And you're live. Do I just
I'll just copy the link.
do I just copy this?
Yeah. No, share link. Go into it. There you go. Yeah.
Oh. Because I'm not signed into Twitter
yeah.
on Chrome.
Someone joined anyway. Hi guys,
That's
just adding to Twitter to get more people to join. Say hi or something.
I don't have to say hi. Hi. Sorry guys, just bear with for a moment. Guys, guy, whoever. Hello. So, I reckon what we do, considering, there's two of you, hello. We should, my hair's very flat. Let's just toss that over that side for a while. God, that's not any better, is it? I reckon we just start playing.
Yeah.
Because the vast majority of people that watch are going to be watching what's it called? The stream once we're not live.
Yeah, there you go.
That thing. So guys, what we're going to do is we are going to play. Feel free to talk, by the way, in the chat. But we're going to play a game of red flag or deal breaker. It's very self-explanatory. So I give Ethan, my boyfriend, my boyfriend. Okay, he's called Ethan, whatever. Is that okay?
Yeah.
A situation, and he has to say whether it's a red flag or a deal breaker and why. And it might not even be a red flag.
Yeah.
It could just be a
green
light. It could be woo.
Let's do it.
And we're both going to discuss what we think that is as well. I just happen to be reading the questions because it's on my phone. So here we go.
And if you guys have any more, just send them in and we'll do them as well.
Yeah, 100%. And also, please feel free to weigh in with what you think this is a red flag or a deal breaker and your reasons for why.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's all play together. We've got some drinks. It's our date night tonight, actually, because he works weekends. So it's our date night. We're going to get drunk.
And you get to enjoy.
And lucky for me, here's one I made earlier. So
that was awful.
So red flag or deal breaker, they're still good friends with their ex.
Red flag, I think, depends on circumstances. I know a few people I know have been like really close with their ex before, but it was always they were together for a while and it just ended up being very platonic and very much like you can tell there's nothing going on there. It's just like they're totally friends on each other to the extreme.
Yeah.
So red flag, obviously you have to judge in on it. But
yeah, obviously it depends. I think I'm the same as you. I think red flag, I think that it's not ideal. It's not something that I would desperately want. But at the same time, if I knew the situation and I knew it was just platonic, then it's fine. Do you know what I mean? It's if you meet them and you can see that they're a little bit too close, then deal breaker. But for the most part, I think just red flag kind of.
So how would you feel personally if it was a case of my ex and me, we were best friends?
Oh, best friends. Oh, if you were good friends, if you were in the same friendship group and you were good friends with each other, then fine. If you were best friends, I'd be like, well, why are you not still together?
Yeah, fair.
So what about me?
I'd be jealous shit. I'd be like, not a hope. But yeah.
They're obsessed with conspiracy theories. Hey, Martin. Hey, Adam.
Hi, guys.
Martin, I know you.
Of course we do. We know from last time.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Piggly.
Good to see you again. up lockdown street and you're all right.
Ooh, that's very bright.
Very bright.
They're obsessed with conspiracy theories. Oh,
that's green flag.
You already
sure.
You touched it.
No.
It said they're obsessed with conspiracy theories.
You must have.
Why is it disappear? Oh, I pressed an answer. Okay.
Yeah.
Could be a bit awkward if they're still going in for hugs, but red. See, if it was a hug.
Depends on the type of hug. Depends.
Yeah, I agree.
If it's we're all friends, kind of like that kind of level, yeah, fine. If it's a case of grabbing the ass, yeah, not really.
Yeah, if she meets up with him and she's just like, oh, so nice to see you, it's like, okay, bitch, now you've had your fun.
Settle down.
Yeah. But if it's like a hug, like, okay,
oh, bro, kind of, yeah,
then fine. So they're obsessed with conspiracy theories. Red flag or deal breaker?
Absolute green light. Love it. Loving all conspiracy theory, mate.
So do I. We've never talked about conspiracy theories. I've suggested it a million times.
I know.
And you've always ignored me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I love a good conspiracy theory.
See, I'm not going to say that it's a green light. I love it. Because it depends. It says they're obsessed with conspiracy theories. If it's to the point where, for example, that don't want to talk about the dreaded virus of 2020, but if they're the kind of person and they're just like, it's a conspiracy, it doesn't exist, etc., etc.
If you think
I don't even want to
exist, just get off.
I don't even want to get political. I don't even want to say too much about this current pandemic. But just with anything, if they're the kind of person that always thinks everything is a conspiracy theory, it's just like, come on now, that will be a deal breaker.
Yeah, no, that would be. I mean,
if they were just interested, then yeah, sure.
That's fair. I mean, but have you seen the videos of some of those rallies where it's like, this is our right to go outside, this isn't real? Nah, that for me is a bit like,
So the question is, they're obsessed with conspiracy theories, red flag or deal breaker. So it's not just they're interested, like they
every day, every conversation kind of. It'd be more of a red flag than a deal breaker for me, because I think that you'd have some really interesting conversations, a good bit of fun. But yeah, it would get frustrating enough if it was stupid stuff like, is Corona real? Yeah.
My Albanian friend that used to live near where I lived and is currently in Albania.
Yeah.
He thinks that basically the government's like giving us cancer on purpose, though.
Oh, 5G is my favorite one.
Because I know that everyone, I mean, yeah, sure, we probably would have the cure for cancer. It's not that, but he thinks that they're poisoning us like through the water and stuff like that. Like, he thinks that they're actively like trying to make us sick.
Of course.
They only brush their teeth once a day, red flag or deal breaker?
When do they brush their teeth? If it's the morning, it's not as bad as if they don't at night, but it's still a red flag. It's
at night though, if I'm drunk, I'll go to bed and forget to brush.
That's what I mean. But like, if it's every day they don't brush it,
yeah,
it'd be more of a red flag. But if it was a case that they didn't do it in the mornings and all, just brushed it at night.
Coronavirus, 5G, nanobot theory. Nanobot, yeah.
Yeah, it's great. I love it. I love listening to people as well. They get so passionate, like, oh, 5G, they've all the masks they're burning down and all this type of stuff. It's like, yes, because that's going to really help. All it's doing is taking our essential services away from everyone else. But no, it's just, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. Because I just struggle to think how people can think that. Yeah. Just me, maybe, but still.
Yeah. So they only brush their teeth once a day.
Red flag.
Martin, please play along too. And everyone else, by the way. Everyone else, please play along. So it's a red flag, not a deal breaker.
Yeah. Depends when.
I think that it would be a red flag, but if they said that on their first date,
influence it.
I would say to them, right, you either start brushing your teeth twice a day or we're done.
Yeah.
So like, I wouldn't not go on the second date with them because of that. But unless they were going to change it, it's a no from me.
I'll never want to change you, just improve you.
Exactly. You're guilty. See, I am, if I go on a night out, if I get really drunk or something.
Yeah, but there's a difference.
But on a normal day, I brush my teeth twice.
Yeah, but it's a case of, like I said, in the mornings. If you do it in the morning, it's fairly all right because it's from last night anyway. It's the same thing. It's not as bad. But if it's a case of
Hi, Kitty. Not sure of you. Whatever you like. I call myself an online dominatrix when people ask what my job is, but if you're a submissive, you can call me Miss, Mistress. Some people say Goddess, or you can just call me Kitty. It's up to you. I'm pretty chill about it. They clap every time the plane lands. Red flag or deal breaker?
Red flag. It's annoying.
Yeah.
It's like, you're a bit simple, aren't you? But you always feel that little bit, oh, bless, a bit simple, aren't you?
Yeah, it would be a red flag for me,
Yeah.
not a deal breaker.
Yeah.
But I also think these questions are making me realize how controlling I am, because all of these things I'm just like, yeah, well, I just make them stop.
Yeah.
I just change it.
Yeah, exactly.
But no,
you will not clap.
Yeah, I would literally be like, this has got to stop. I'm too busy gripping the armrest. Oh, of course you are, you pussy.
That's good. I can't stand it. I was stuck beside, and I had a flight from home over here last time, and I was stuck with somebody in front of me, and somebody was like on the side beside me clapping. I had about an hour sleep the night before because it was 4 o'clock in the morning. I had to leave for the airport. I just remember thinking, you are too simple for me today. I couldn't even be frustrated. I couldn't even be mad. It's just you are simple people. Yeah.
They're a really bad tipper. Red flag or deal breaker?
I think from somebody that's worked in hospitality, I think they're more geared to Americans in the sense of tipper, but I'm going to kind of switch it slightly, but being rude to kind of wait staff as well.
Okay.
And that be a deal breaker for me. I think you don't know somebody until you see them inside a restaurant in that sense.
Of course.
My background was always in hotels, and it was a case of you saw a different side to people. I mean, we have people that in front of all these people would be like, oh, I'm fucking Billy Big Balls, can able to do this and that. And as soon as
Tell him about he met Mr. Donald Trump.
Oh, Mr. Donald Trump, the lovely arsehole himself. So I used to work in a lovely little hotel in Ireland called the Doonbeg Golf Links Hotel, which is owned by Big Don himself. And this was about the time that he got elected. It was just before it, so he was having the campaign, and he said about the wall, we're going to build a wall to Mexico. And he came to the hotel, and first thing he did, he started pointing out, why is this, I want this and this painted. Proper thinking he was whatever, which fair play, he owned the place, but he bought it for fuck all. I think it was because it was a recession at the time. He bought it for like 8 million. It was worth 40 million. It's good business.
Bargain.
Yeah, it's recorded its first ever profit for the first year this year, and it's had it for 10 years.
This year is in 2020.
Yeah. So it's had
as
it for
in
10
the
years.
Year of coronavirus. It's recorded its first ever profit.
Yeah, and every year it's been like 100k under.
And you spoke to him?
I spoke to him, and he got off thing and asked him. So we were told he wants a burger. Had to go back to him. I was like, all right, Mr. Trump, all polite and all this. Me in my little suit there. I was like, Mr. Trump, do you want the blue cheese or the cheddar? I just want my freaking burger. Get my burger or you're fired. It was I started laughing. I was like, I thought I was on The Apprentice, to be honest. I came in. I was like, no problem at all. In a wanker that came in, handed my notice in the next day. No, I couldn't work for an egotistical bastard like that, though.
Did you actually?
Yeah, swear to God, I handed my notice in. Boss said why, and I was like, I'm not working for a man like that. I was the guy that brought in the most money for them as well, on the floor, trained all the wait staff in that restaurant, and was the guy that got the top tips, everything. So when they lost me, it was just like, I am not, can't be bothered with that. Stubborn, yeah. Yep.
If they were a bad tipper, because I know what you're saying, this is geared towards the US.
Yeah.
So if they were a bad tipper in the UK, it wouldn't be a deal breaker. It would be a red flag. But if they were rude to wait staff and then
I think that's the only equivalent to it.
It's a deal breaker. It is a deal breaker. They don't believe in anniversaries. What do you guys think about? Why do you guys think Brits and Americans are so bad at following quarantine?
If I can say one thing first, and I mean, I'm not trying to generalize here, it's just from the things I've seen online, a lot of it's more Americans that are kind of the hardcore, diehard, ooh, America, hoorah. And the Brits that do it are the old
America.
Yeah, America, hoorah. And the Brits that do it
give me my guns and my freedom.
and a tiger. and the Brits that are doing it are just kind of like the ones that are too stubborn, too old, and a lot of the young lads are like, oh, we just want the laugh. It's just selfishness. It's just, that's all it is. It's ignorance and selfishness.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people, nobody that's genuinely affected by it is doing it.
Yeah.
I think anyone that's doing it is someone that thinks this is never going to happen to me or never going to affect me.
Well, they also just don't believe in it, do they? Either they think it's 4G, or they think that it's just the government trying to bring in a vaccine and blah blah blah. Like they just don't believe it's a threat.
Don't get me started.
Oh, they still think that it's just the same as the flu.
Yeah.
Which is like, I think everyone at the very beginning, I
was guilty for it.
Yeah,
I was 100%. I said to people, this is big. Social media have worked this up into something that it shouldn't be. And I think to an extent,
same at the beginning of March, I was the same.
The difference is it's not how severe it is, it's how contagious it is. That's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the people that have been affected by it obviously are people that are in that kind of older age. The mortality rate on it is obviously people that are mortality, that's the one, are over 60s and that kind of thing, especially over 70s. But I think it's just because it's that infectious. People don't believe it because until they've seen someone that in their personal circle that's been affected by it, it's all just stories. That's my opinion.
Yeah, but why do you think specifically Brits and Americans though? Because I think the rest of Europe has been very, very good.
Yeah, and I'm very proud. Like I mean, for me, as someone from Ireland, I'm very proud of the response Ireland had on it. I know a lot of people joked about it at the time, but we had 130 cases, I think it was. It was just like lockdown. Everything was stopped. And it's really, really helped. I think America, again, comes down to that. It's that, I don't want to say pride, but I can't think of the word for it. It's just like,
I think I would
thinking
say,
they're above it almost.
No, I don't think that. I think with America, it's like they very much value their freedom in the sense that freedom of speech and the right to carry firearms, etc. And I think that the freedom to go out and not be quarantined, that's what they're protesting, right? Like they don't think that the government should have that right.
But a lot of them think that it's a government conspiracy to control people.
But I think a lot of them also think the government shouldn't have the right to stop me from doing whatever. So, but I think in England it's a bit different. I think in England people are just like, wait, it's an overreaction. It's just the flu. It'll be fine.
Sun's out twice a year. Let's get on the sun. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oi. Oi,
Louise.
All right. So next red flag or deal breaker question. They don't believe in anniversaries. You guys make a great alpha couple. Wait. Yeah, we do. Only way to beat the virus is everyone needs to take responsibility. I agree. It's high in Portuguese.
Oi.
Oi. Oi, oi.
Oi is right. It means something different over here.
Oi.
Oi. Or oi, oi.
Oi, oi.
Yeah. Grab another drink very quickly. But yeah, I think.
Okay, so I think that them not believing in anniversaries, I don't think it's even a red flag. For me, it's just used to no thank you. I like any excuse to celebrate. I'm a like I love I'm a celebratrix. I love celebrating things. Yeah. But I wouldn't even class it as a red flag. I'd be like, oh, that sucks. Like, let's celebrate. If he was like, I don't believe in it, this is ridiculous, I'd be like, oh, suit yourself then, grumpy.
I'm any excuse for a party, mate. I think you were the same. I think that like anniversaries, I think it's one of those that it should be celebrated. It's kind of like.
But if your partner didn't believe in the concept.
If you didn't believe in the concept of it, I don't see it being an issue. It's one of those you're just kind of like, all right, fair enough. It's not something we have to do. It's not like an obligation.
Yeah. Yeah. They order chicken fingers every time you go out to eat.
So chicken nuggets. Yeah. Oh, it'd be a bit of a deal breaker because it means they're basic as fuck.
I think deal breaker.
If you're going to be that basic and then we go to a nice restaurant, you're going to get fucking chicken tenders or chicken nuggets. Can't do it.
Plus food. Oh my gosh. So I've had twice. So the last guy that I was dating and one a few years ago, this has really stuck with me, dated guys that didn't like cheese. And I'm just like,
how can you not like cheese?
And they're like, oh, well, what does it matter if I don't like cheese? You can eat cheese. And I'm like, right, We can never share a cheese board. We can never have antipasti or aperitivo together. We can never have a romantic camembert by the fire.
We love an old camembert.
Like, yeah. And oh God, so that was almost a deal breaker. That was a red flag, okay?
Yeah.
If they order chicken fingers every time, I'm sorry, that's a deal breaker for me. Food is so important.
Yeah.
so important to me.
Yeah.
Next. Again, guys, please feel free to chip in with this. Disagree with us, agree. They really don't like dogs.
See, it's a red flag for me because I know with you, for example, you don't like small dogs.
Oh, I hate small dogs.
And like we have a small dog at home.
Yes.
Martin. Exactly. Yeah. 100% agree. I mean, I love to cook. I absolutely love to cook. And if it was a case of I was cooking, why are you smiling there? Same food every time. No, but she hasn't even seen it.
Because you don't know how to turn the hob on.
Oh, stop. First date, moved into a new place and the hob didn't work. Found out it was just the wrong way.
Well, you've been living there for a month, but anyway.
I was there for 2 weeks.
3 weeks when you met me. Valentine's Day, it had been 6 weeks. Okay,
yeah,
so let's not get it twisted.
I used the hob once. I used the hob once. Anyway.
Red flag. Okay, that makes sense, Socrates. I'm kind of, because it's like, I
100% agree.
I can get with you on that one.
Like, even we did
you don't want to have
even, but I said to you at the start, like, I hate Valentine's. The whole point of like, it's just commercialized. It's there to make money. Same as Mother and Father's Day. You don't get a day for being a parent. Do you know what I mean? Like, if anyone can be a parent. So.
No, I think it's nice.
No, but you should appreciate your parents regardless. It shouldn't be a case that you just, if you do something for them, do it on their birthday, do it on Christmas, do it whatever.
No, see, I disagree with you there, but that's just because I really like celebrating things. So when it's Mother's Day, I'll be like, right, I'm going to get your favorite chocolates. And when it's Father's Day, less so, but like, I will be like, right, you are going to have your favorite ale and you are going to listen to your crappy music in the bath all night long. Like, because I just think it's nice, not, of course it's commercialized, but
it's commercialized, but again, it's another excuse to party, isn't it?
Yeah.
Martin, beans and toast, you love and all. Beans and toast, beans and cheese and toast, you love.
What?
Right. Beans and toast.
Oh, beans on toast, yeah.
I hate beans, me, but
I like beans on toast. I like cheesy beans on toast.
I know you do.
Not just plain beans.
Can't stand them, me, but
no, I
put
think
up for them.
Socrates is not saying though about it being commercial. He's saying like he doesn't like the fact that you have to get your mum or dad.
That's what I mean. But for that was my example of like it is that commercialized that you have to, that obligation.
No, but Halloween is also commercialized. But it's like no one's going to judge you if you don't celebrate Halloween. Whereas it's like if you don't get your mum something, people are going to think you're a bad son.
Yeah, well, true.
I agree with you at your feet.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I agree. And also, we both probably any excuse for a party or any excuse to celebrate anyway. Completely. But 100% life is too short, especially for little things like that. 100% agree.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me. What? Cheesy beans with hot sauce and pepper.
See, if I like beans, I'd agree with anything with hot sauce and peppers. Yeah. And peppers, anything. Yeah. Like a bit of spice, mate. Can't handle it, but like, yeah.
Okay, they really don't like dogs. So you said it would be a red flag.
It'd be red flag because, it'd be a red flag. It wouldn't be a deal breaker, but I love dogs.
Yeah, same for me. It would be kind of a red flag. I'm a cat person though.
Yeah. Hello, Kitty.
Hello, all you cool cats and kittens.
Hello, you cats and kittens. Yeah,
I'm a cat person for sure. But dogs would just be like a little bit of a red flag. Not even a red flag, like
someone that doesn't like a dog, I don't trust. If they don't have one type of dog,
if they don't like animals in general. Because psychopaths don't like animals. Although Hitler did. Hitler loved animals, but psychopaths.
And he used to love getting his knees pissed on him as well. So there you go.
Sexual deviance.
Yes. Hitler only had one ball, as well.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's why he felt the need to kill millions of people, because boys are so attached to their genitals.
Yep. Probably do the same if I had only one ball.
Okay. I love how other YouTubers are like, we have to concentrate on being monetized and not swearing, no bad topics, whatever. My whole channel got demonetized, so we good.
Yeah.
That's why I used to have like, I don't know how many videos, 30, 40 videos. Now I've got like 5 or 6. Well, thanks for the apology. It is pretty awesome. And I do hope that you do eventually.
She is pretty awesome. To be
$10 a month. So what's that? £8 a month. You can afford that. You can do that. Okay.
Also, if you want to send us anything as well in donations, feel free.
Feel free if you want to send us any money. Donations. Okay.
Wrong word.
Okay.
Wrong word.
Femdom 101. It's called tribute.
Yeah.
They tribute.
Yeah.
They do not donate.
It's the wrong choice of word.
Wow.
I've been working.
Donate to this motherfucker.
Yeah, donate to me.
Tribute me.
I've been working in insurance too long. I'm working selling insurance at the moment. It's like, yeah, if you want to donate onto that, yeah.
If you want to send us money, you can send to I Want Clips, OnlyFans, my bank account. Message me on Twitter. We'll sort it out. Okay, red flag or deal breaker. They want to have their honeymoon in Las Vegas.
See, I think that's more a red flag for a guy, but a deal breaker for a girl because, well, said implications of Vegas.
But it's honeymoon.
It's
You're there together.
But realistically, if a guy is going to go to Vegas, it's a case of, I'm not saying in my case, but from the rest of the guys. Well, that's it for a lot of guys, but not even
just
that. What if you're
there on your honeymoon?
How many people do we
like
know
bachelor party, yeah.
No, but how many people do you know have gone on like away with their partner on holidays and stuff like that, and they found out, oh well, they were screwing someone else there. Vegas, you're just crying for it. And plus, Vegas, what are you looking for? It's either gambling or hookers. Now,
see, I'm just
that would be my logic of it anyway.
Okay, I would say red flag just because I'm like, it would be so fun to go to Vegas, I think, as a couple, but not if they're gonna shag some hookers. No. I'm not about that, but I think it'd be fun to like go gambling and go to a strip club and like maybe get married, maybe not, who knows? Like,
oh honey, if we get married by Elvis, that is the one rule I have.
Of course you want to do that because you've got no imagination.
Exactly.
Same here as well. My apologies for not joining your OnlyFans. Well, you know what?
Apologies, don't do much.
Onlyfans.com/Kitty_XS. There you go. Gonna add this to the description box. Okay, yeah, I'll say red flag.
Yeah, red flag.
But not because I think that they want to cheat on me with a hooker, but just because it's our honeymoon. Like, come on, Vegas is for like a fun weekend. Honeymoon, you know. I will eventually elsewhere.
I went right and say as well.
Yes, I did get it. Thank you very much. I apologize if I didn't say thank you when we got it. We did get it through I Want Clips. It's not the best platform just because they take, I think, 30% of tributes. Maybe it's even 40 now. They change it all the time.
But if you want a tribute, just contact Kitty.
My bank account is always the best way. But yeah. Okay. Red flag or deal breaker. They hate they hate texting and refuse to do it.
I think
guilty.
Yeah. I think with that it's a red flag. You were a nightmare for it, but yeah.
I don't text. I don't
stuck through it and we got there in the end.
Yeah. My friends, I swear to God, I've like my friendships would be so much stronger than they are if I actually bothered to reply to anyone.
Yeah, probably.
I hate it.
Have friends.
Yeah. No, I hate it. I know. Oh, Colombian college student. Okay, fair enough. No. No, that's fair enough. Don't you worry. I'm joking about the $10. I miss the UCandy days before they screwed everyone over. I miss the UCandy days too. So UCandy was a platform where you could sell fetish videos and stuff like that. I stuck with them from day one because they were a new platform and basically every month they had like a model of the month competition where you could get money if you won. and I won it once or twice, and then a few times I got like silver or bronze or something. So it was like a nice like $100 or so extra just for nothing. And then I guess they went out of business, but like any video site, you keep lots and lots of money in your account with them. So for example, on I Want Clips, I've got like, I don't want to say numbers in case anyone hacks me, but like I've got money in my I Want Clips account that is not in my bank account yet, right? So everyone had that with UCandy, and because they went bankrupt, they just went completely quiet. They deleted, I think they just stopped posting to Twitter. They deleted their website. They just disappeared off the face of the earth. And I had about, I think, $300 or $400 in my account there that I obviously never saw again. But loads of girls had like hundreds of thousands. Well, no, but loads of girls had thousands
exactly,
for sure. Yeah.
Back in 1 second.
It was very annoying. But I miss the UCandy days because UCandy was kind of like, you know how in a pyramid scheme you hop on it early enough and you get successful? I think I got like that with UCandy in the sense that I was always one of the top performing models just because there were not that many people on the site. No one knew about it. So it was a very good moneymaker. But yep, there you go. Texting does create a lot of confusion, I guess. I've never had arguments due to texts being read the wrong way. I'm just not a texter. Like my friends joke that it takes me kind of 3 to 5 business days to text back because I just hate it. I hate it. And when I first met Ethan, I would take a few hours to reply. And then he's just there stressing like, oh, this girl doesn't like me. And I'm like, of course I like you. It only took me 3 hours. What are you talking about? You know, could have left you there for 2 days. What do you want? But I admit that it's not the norm. We'll have to admit that. For me, it wouldn't even be a red flag. It definitely wouldn't be a deal breaker, wouldn't even be a red flag. I'd just be like, okay, love it. All you have to do is text me if you need to confirm something, you know? I'm like, okay, we're meeting 7 p.m. this place. Are you in? Yes. Boom. Done.
What's that?
Texting, red flag or deal breaker. With me, it wouldn't even be a red flag, I don't think. Unless they were always like texting everyone else all the time and just refused to text me.
Yeah.
Obviously, but if they just weren't a texter, I'd be fine with it.
Yeah.
You?
Well, you're horrible for it.
I've just told them.
Yeah, you were horrible. You've improved a lot.
Yeah.
So I think red flag, not deal breaker.
Okay. Yeah, see, I'm a hypocrite because I hate it when people don't respond. But I hate it when they do. Like, part of the reason I don't like to message people is because I know they're going to message me back and I just don't have time. So the other day, I was sat here on this beautiful sofa right here. I brought my book in the living room to read. The casting couch. I brought my book in here to read. And 2 of my friends started texting me separately. I replied straight back to both of them, put the phone down, opened the book. By the time I'd opened the book, they both replied. So then I thought, you know what? I'm going to do what a good friend does. I'm going to reply. Oh, sorry, Martin, but that's me.
It's juicy Socrates, bro. Super day.
But yeah.
That drives me mad.
You're bloody still interrupting me. Like you're interrupting me to tell me that they're interrupting me, but they're not interrupting me because it's a live chat. So it's, you know. No,
I'm agreeing with Martin though. I hate that WhatsApp.
No, yeah. But
drives me mad.
Yeah, basically the story ends and I was sat messaging my 2 friends for like 45 minutes. It was when you were hungover the other day. I was in here. I was like, it's been almost an hour. I haven't even read a full page because these bitches keep texting me back. Like, why? And they complain when I don't text them. Like, why would I want to? Anyway.
Triggered.
Oh, I just hate it. Especially now in the days of social media when it's like, I miss the old days when to contact you, you had to give someone your number in order for them to be able to contact you. Now it's like these motherfuckers can message you on Facebook, Instagram, whatever. It's like, I don't want to talk to you. That's why I just gave you my Instagram.
Yeah.
Because I don't want you to have my contact details. And now here you are.
Slide
wanting a conversation.
Yeah.
No, I just want some fucking photo likes. What does a girl have to do? Don't answer that question.
Charge by the like.
Red flag or deal breaker, they chew with their mouth open.
Dealbreaker.
Really?
I couldn't deal with that.
Red flag, it would be annoying, but I could deal with it.
No, if it was the case, if I saw somebody munching like non-stop, like once or twice you get over kind of thing, but no.
Socrates, that is very obvious, but advice. I don't mean that in an insulting way. I mean it's very simple, but I've never thought of that. Believe it or not, I just get trapped in these conversations, and then halfway through I just ghost without saying anything, and then I get in trouble.
Yeah, but no, loud chewers especially. No, stop it. Go away. I don't know. Though, if you've ever been on a dinner date with somebody where they're just chewing in front of you,
my dad does though.
Of course he does.
Of course he does.
Of course he does.
And he won't. My childhood was spent. Me and Mum used to, because we have TV dinners, and we would beg him to turn the volume up on the TV because you can't fucking hear it, because he's just like, and it's like, Father, please turn the volume up, and he's like, you deaf, you. No, Daddy dearest, I just can't hear the TV over your whatever it's called, slobbering.
Yeah, not for me.
You'll know. You've not eaten. Oh,
I have.
Did you notice?
I just looked down at my plate and pretended to be polite.
Yeah, he's bad.
You're all poor.
We've reached the end of the BuzzFeed one, so let's go to Reddit, because
we love a bit of Reddit.
Reddit's going to give. What's that thing called? Reddit.
What's that one? Reddit, yeah.
Okay. This one. Okay, red flag.
Before we go read any more, for you guys, what's the biggest deal breaker when you're chatting to somebody? And what's for you?
The biggest, I don't know about deal breaker, but the biggest red flag is when someone says, all my exes were crazy. And I'm like, right, first of all, then the problem is you. And second of all, if the problem's not you and all your exes were crazy, then you're not going to be able to deal with me. So let's just stop this date now.
Yeah, we're definitely not going to deal with you anyway.
Boys fucking say they love the crazy until they get it, and then they don't love the crazy anymore. What can I do?
Crazy. It's great.
Yeah, but I spent my entire adult life
crazy.
Up until I was, first boyfriend, 17, up until just before Christmas, I tried really, really hard not to be crazy, because I was just trying to, give the people what they want. No one ever liked me. And then the person I was seeing before Christmas really liked me at the time, even though I was crazy as fuck. And then you really liked me, and I've been crazy as fuck. So.
And you have been crazy.
Boys just love the crazy.
It's exciting. Anything will do at this stage. We've all been through that stage, Martin.
More red flags, though. Saying the exes are crazy.
Oh, what about someone that ends every sentence with am? Like that guy we used to live with.
Oh, like that.
Like, oh, I think it's really good. I think it's really, really good though. Have you ever done this? I used to play football with a lot of guys.
I never noticed it.
How have you not?
I never noticed it.
Me and Ben kept talking about it non-stop.
Oh, him?
Yeah.
I thought you meant Ben.
No,
because he used to go in the middle of a sentence. That was annoying.
It was so bad. We used to have this guy that lived there, and such a nice guy. Absolutely loved him to bits. But every sentence, at least twice a sentence, he used to go. So the real thing about it would be that I just find
it was borderline speech impediment, though. I thought it was like almost like a nervous tick kind of thing. You know, when he kind of went like it was.
We never did it really in conversations as much face to face. It was more on the phone.
Oh no, he did it with me a lot.
Yeah.
Maybe he felt nervous around me.
Can't even blame him.
Definitely when, if I was a guy and I was on a date with or if I was a girl, why not? It's 2020. If I was on a date with a girl and she had "Live, Laugh, Love" tattooed on her, or if she had that as her phone background. No, I've got one. If they were the kind of person, guy or girl, to put in sorry, I'm getting triggered. If they were the kind of person to put these inspirational quotes on social media, especially Instagram, and what's even worse is when a girl, she's in her bikini, right? She's showing her ass off. That's the point of the picture, to show her ass off. And then the caption is something like, "You'll never know unless you take the leap," or whatever. And it's like,
or what I
bitch, just say, "Look at my ass. It's nice and I'm hot." Don't pretend
that it's not about that.
That you're just trying to inspire the people to love themselves, because you're not.
My personal favorite, I'm sure we've all seen it online, is the ones that are like, and it's a picture of basically them and their tits out or their ass again. It's like, I just want somebody that loves me for my personality. Yeah.
Like, which personalities? These two? This one in between your legs, or the one in here that you don't have? I don't think.
Yeah.
But well, feel free to ask us fetish questions.
Yeah, definitely work away, guys. The floor is open. Any questions you have, we're more than happy to answer.
The only reason that we didn't make this a Q&A is because we knew that there would only be 4 people in the live chat.
Yeah.
If it was a case where...
If we knew there was constant questions coming in, we're happy to do that.
If there were like 30, 40 people in here asking questions, we would have done that. We wanted to have the red flag deal breaker game as a kind of filler.
But Socrates, we know they're all lovely, aren't they? Really?
The chick is probably dumb but lovely. Yeah, exactly. She's lovely, but she's a dum-dum.
But Socrates, let me ask you a personal question.
I can't do it.
Would you like somebody that intellectually cannot stimulate you at all?
No.
I personally the thing I love about Kitty is like every day she challenges me mentally as
yeah
she does. But it's a case of like it's constant, like it's 50-50. It's fairly safe to say we're like on the same intellectual level ish. She knows a few bigger words than me, but that's about it. I've smashed all the strategy games we've ever played.
You're good at strategy games.
Yeah. So, but like it's a case of like I couldn't have somebody that wouldn't be able to challenge me intellectually. I am not by any means book smart at all. Yeah, true. You can have a good time with her.
Oh yeah, you can fuck her.
Yeah. No question about that. And she's probably easy as well. I give her a good... Socrates, could you?
Okay, story time. I once, when I say dated, it was like a month-long thing.
Fling.
Yeah, we slept with each other. He was the one that went on first dates and met the girl he's now engaged to. So I dated this guy for 4 or 5 dates or something. We hung out, whatever, and I didn't have him on. I had him on Facebook. I didn't have him on Instagram. And then towards the end of this thing that we had, we followed each other on Instagram. Jesus Christ, spare me. His Instagram was, oh my God, it was pictures. I don't even remember what the pictures were because it was just the caption. So he would put every word in the sentence would be capitalized. The first letter of each word would be capitalized. Lots of emojis. Lots and lots of emojis.
Beyond.
Oh God.
More emotions than any man can ever have.
Like an MLM hood emoji. Oh yes, in a minute. But
however,
so for example, he went traveling and there would be a picture of him jumping off a waterfall or whatever. Cool picture. You've been traveling. Cool. It's a good picture. But then there would be some really inspirational quote underneath it with every single first letter of each word capitalized, lots of emojis, and it's like, bro, stop it. And he was the kind of person.
You're basic.
He was the kind of person that would have like Hashtag grind. Hashtag
More like hashtag grinder belong.
yeah.
Yeah.
But could not. No, not for me. Yes, you can get me some wine if you like.
Oh, can I?
Yeah.
Right.
It's what a dominatrix does when she's in love. She still bosses boys around.
Don't even try and pass up. I was being a perfect gentleman offering you already.
Thank you, darling. Giving too much importance to intelligence. No, intelligence for me is so important.
Okay.
And I don't necessarily mean.
Can
No, you can't interrupt. You can't actually. Yes, Martin, as it should be. No, intelligence for me, I don't necessarily mean book smart, but you have got to have some kind of emotional, social intelligence or emotional intelligence. They are two different things before anyone says anything. And or you can have, like, you're very good at strategy and thinking ahead and being kind of, you're very good at that kind of
cute, kind of clever kind of thing.
Just that forward thing. You're always thinking ahead. Like, I guess you're good
two steps a move.
You're good at chess, I guess.
Yeah, if I played it and stuff years ago as a kid.
Okay, right, yeah. So there are different types of intelligence, but I think if someone is just an all-round dum-dum, then it's a no for me. And I'm sorry, but if someone has live, laugh, love on their Instagram page, I don't care how book smart they are, they're a dum-dum. So...
But I think the difference is, and I think answering what you kind of just said there, Socrates, I think you're always going to meet a dum-dum that's nice and an intelligent person that's a bitch, but what's wrong with an intelligent, nice person? Like, I mean, like, being honest, like, Kitty Plains, she's a bitch, she's a really nice person, all that, like, but like, if it was a case of I didn't have somebody that in some way stimulated me mentally as well, I wouldn't be able to, it wouldn't matter about the physical side of things, because although,
and also once you've been with someone for a while, you can't just look at them.
There's a difference between kind of a hookup and like a relationship. I think on a hookup, obviously, it's not going to matter as much how intelligent they are on that side of things. But like,
I think that's a gender thing, because I think a lot of guys go for the physical, whereas a lot of girls go for not necessarily how brainy someone is, but the chat.
Yeah.
So if a guy has a personality that's a real dum-dum personality, that will turn girls off, I think, a lot of the time.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I know where you're coming from, Socrates. I think that a dum-dum that is a good person. I've always been a big advocate for kind of, yeah, exactly. It's a short stop, but like, it's a case of like, it's just a case of it'll get you by. But I think we all know, like, someone that's actually thick, proper thick, the idea of it's a lot better than it actually would be.
The idea of it is better than...
No, but like, it's one of those, like, I think, like, because I told you I'd never date someone that was either as intelligent as me or more intelligent after my last relationship. I was always like, it's just easier. I couldn't be bothered with kind of like spend things. Also, I'm not someone that I mess around with in life, but I'd like to like go with the guys out for a few extra beers and like stick around and be like, oh, I've just been stuck with the lads. Someone that's kind of like going to be very passive on that, very agreeable and all this.
But being passive and agreeable is very different to being smart.
Yeah, but you coincide them a bit.
Because I'm smart, but if you were like, I'm going for beers with the guys, I'd be like, okay, good.
The difference is though that if you have that gap of intelligence, you're at a level where you kind of understand, like, oh yeah, that's fine. It's not going to be an issue. If you've someone that's in between that's not intelligent enough to read lines and like, there's nothing actually going on there.
Well, no, because that's just about that person being
security, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah, security, and if they're kind of possessive or controlling or anything like that, if the relationship is healthy.
Yeah.
Attracted to Findom Twitter, would that be considered cheating? So, my opinion as a Findom/Femdom, it's yes. I don't think watching porn is cheating, but I think, and it is an unpopular opinion, especially considering that I was a cam girl and am whatever the fuck you want to call my job title, but because I have seen that side of it for so many years now, yeah, I do think it's cheating. And no, I would never if I found out that my partner was ever like paying cam girls and stuff like that, I wouldn't be with them, because I know how much emotion they put into it, and I know how attached they get. And it's different to just watching porn and jacking off. And I get that findom is your fetish and that just gets you off. But at the same time, if you are like serving another woman and talking to her, and you have a relationship with her, you're paying her, but you have a relationship. And to me, it's cheating in the traditional sense. Yeah.
So just to give very brief overview of my background kind of
Findom
thing.
is when you're attracted to giving a woman money.
Yeah. No.
But also it's sexual in the sense that, well,
You're paying them for.
But also like they will be like, oh, fuck you. It's a humiliation thing.
Yeah. I think with my, just very briefly, my background then, so we've come from two totally opposite backgrounds. I mean, Kitty's done the whole single life for years kind of thing. I've done the whole relationships and long-term relationships. Yeah. But if I found out my partner was kind of paying somebody else, it'd be nearly the sense that I'd nearly feel inadequate because of it. I think that, and I don't know, from a woman's opinion, if that would be more so even than as a guy's, because
I used to think, before I was a cam girl, I'm just going to say cam girl just because it encompasses everything.
Everything, yeah.
I didn't think it was cheating. I was like, it's a person online. You're paying for a private porn show, basically.
Yeah.
But now I've changed my mind, because I have clients that I've had for 5 or 6 years at this point, and they message me and they buy me presents, and they, when you're camming, you have a real relationship with that person and you talk, and sometimes you'll be having a really vanilla chat about nothing, but they're still sending you money. And to me, that's a bit of an emotional affair.
Well, it is. And I think
if you were just going to see a naked girl and have a wank, then okay. But
I mean, porn is quite normal these days, especially. And I think we will get to everyone's comments. I've seen a lot come in the last few seconds there. But I think this really, I've come from, like, before Kitty, like, this is totally new to me. It's because I've come from the kind of side of things where, it's all, this is what a relationship, love, yes, great. I've come from a background of being a 7-year relationship before I met Kitty and all this. And I think that if I was to find out that they were going to a cam guy, it would really rock me. It would rock my, let alone my kind of self-confidence, but my emotional state, everything with it. I think it's fair to say, especially nowadays where it's so easy access, especially, I think you'd nearly almost think like, where am I lacking? And you might not be lacking. And honestly, it's one of those where you probably aren't.
I think that for me, I think that there is some kind of gap in the relationship, because it's not just like paying for porn. You can pay for a premium porn service.
Yeah.
Which would be fine, because it's just like, maybe it's a specific category, whatever. But if you're paying a cam girl or a dom or whatever, you're paying for the one-on-one. Even if you were paying for a girl's OnlyFans account, right?
But you're coming from the perspective of someone that does it, from someone that
and I know how much the guys get attached.
No, but that's what I'm saying. From someone on this side of things, you'd nearly think, well, it's not porn. I think on this side of things, because it's not, in some ways, it is to the same extremity.
I think it's worse.
It is a lot of ways, but in your mind, you can mentally say to yourself, well, I'm not watching porn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not jacking off to 7 different people. It's only one person. And it's a very sensitive topic for people on that side of things. And like, I'd never disrespect someone's choice on how they are or anything like that. I think everyone live your own lives, blah, blah, blah. You make your own choices. You make your bed, you lie in it, do whatever you want to do. But at the same time, I can understand how emotionally it would damage both parties.
It's so personal. And I think that I view porn here and my free cams or any kind of cam website here. And then OnlyFans, I actually think is the worst, because OnlyFans, you didn't even know really.
I never knew about it.
Yeah.
I genuinely, when you told me about it, I started laughing at you like, what's that? I genuinely was the most innocent. I mean,
Lots of
innocent, pure country boy. But no, it was a case of until you didn't hear about all this.
So I think with OnlyFans, Socrates is just no. I think OnlyFans is probably the worst because the way that I see it, if my boyfriend, not you, but if boyfriend, if a hypothetical boyfriend was paying for porn, I would be like, okay, you're just paying for ethical porn. Like the porn stars are getting paid. That's a good thing. Paying for porn is good. And also you just want like a higher quality or a more specific niche of porn. Okay. Camgirl is slightly worse because it's personal. You know, there's been some interaction.
You're making
there.
Requests. You're making specific.
Yeah, you're talking to them like you're going to that girl possibly every day or every week and asking how her day's been and like she's flirting back
you're
with you.
Almost having a relationship.
It's a relationship of some kind, yeah. And I think OnlyFans is even worse because OnlyFans camgirls, only specific girls, sex workers do camgirl stuff, right? OnlyFans, it's like every single girl that wants to make a bit of extra cash does OnlyFans. So you can go on your Instagram and some girl that you went to high school with that you've not spoken has her OnlyFans link in the bio and you're curious because you know them. So it's like, let's see her naked pictures. And then you're paying for her OnlyFans and it could be people that you know. And that's why I think if it's a professional porn star's OnlyFans or a camgirl's OnlyFans, okay. But I think it becomes a bit of a grey area when it's this could be some girl that you know in your real life and you follow on Instagram. Years. Yeah.
Especially if it's someone like you've known for a long time. I mean, like,
and there is a one-on-one messaging platform on OnlyFans that they're inclined to reply to because you're paying for the subscription, so they want to reply so that you keep subscribing.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I could essentially, if I set up an OnlyFans account, I could create an alternative persona so you wouldn't know that it's someone that you know. So I could say like I'm Joseph.
Most of my subscribers are anonymous.
Yeah. So it could be like someone that's known you from growing up and everything like that as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've had Socrates, just to kind of go back on what you said before anything else. I think sorry, getting caught in the comments now. There's a few actually.
That was sorry, we went off on a massive tangent there, but I think it was a really interesting question.
Yeah. But yeah, I completely agree with where you're coming from. It's a lot less drama in some ways, but the other side of things is I've always found a lot more drama from people that aren't as intelligent because every single thing is a drama. I think with people that are more intelligent, there's a lot more understanding on that. I can understand why people kind of think like, I always said like, after my last relationship, it was a very long-term relationship. I said, I'd love a ditzy blonde kind of as a but it's just kind of a case of like, it's just easier you'd think, but it's not. I think like, as I said, I'd get bored very quickly. I think that the way we bounce off each other is great. It stimulates me mentally every day. And honestly, I'd feel like I was lacking myself and everything. I'd probably feel a bit like I could do a lot better here. That's probably one for you then, from Peter then.
Yeah, I've been Peter.
Yeah, Peter M. Do you
wait, we'll come back to that in a second because as long as you're not interacting with the girl on OnlyFans, it's good, right? If you just see pictures and videos. Yes, I think it depends. If you know the girl, then I would say, if you subscribe to the OnlyFans, say one of my friends had an OnlyFans account or someone that he follows on Instagram that's a regular girl and she's not a sex worker and you know her possibly, then I would have a problem with it. If it's a girl that's kind of, she's a sex worker, she's got thousands of followers, you're never going to meet her or speak to her, then no, I don't think that's bad because that's just like premium porn. You know, it's the interaction that I think is the grey area.
Where's the line? Where's the line between porn and it being too far? Because I think if you can interact, it's too far for me.
Yeah.
If it's the case that you can.
But then there's interaction between you messaging, say, a porn star that has a ton of Twitter followers, and you can message her saying, "Oh, you're so sexy," and she'll reply like a standard, "Oh, thanks, hun, XOXO."
Yeah.
Which might be the case of this girl with OnlyFans, where she's got 5,000 subscribers and she sends you like a stock reply.
Yeah.
But if she's only got 20 subscribers and she's a girl next door, that's when I think it's like,
worse.
Okay, now you're just like sexting a girl.
Well, I just think that's a lot. It's just a different level, but still, for me, that would be too far.
Yeah. Peter, do you prefer to have subs or slaves? What do you see as the difference? Okay, so now, okay, with my job where it is now, I subs because I don't have any. I used to have this. I can. I feel like this is just going to be. It's not a screen grab, but you know where someone takes a bit of the video, and I'm like, I used to have slaves. I used
Not
to
like
have.
the other girls.
I used to have in the BDSM world slaves that were very loyal to me. They require a lot more work. It's a 24-hour thing, and I think for professional doms like me, it's I'm the kind of dom where when I'm not working, I'm not working. I don't necessarily want to have 10 or 15 guys that I'm giving orders to 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
So for me, a sub,
Sure, the orders be around enough.
Yeah, a sub is better because it's like you're going to be submissive. You're going to do what I say. You know, we might do some chastity challenges or we might do some challenges together, but it's not an all-encompassing thing. Whereas a slave, it's like, oh, it's like having a baby, and I don't have one of those, and I don't want one of those.
I don't want one of them either.
So I don't even want a pet. So never mind
Unless
having
it's
a
a
slave.
goose.
Oh yeah, if it's a goose.
Yeah, she's mad on the goose at the moment.
I really am.
Don't get her started. Move on. So Martin, I don't think I've.
Okay, yeah, Martin. So this, yeah, I think that I think it's a real shame that men sometimes cross that line. For example, if you have something very, very common like a foot fetish, and you end up paying a dom and having Skype sessions with a dom, let's say, and for the sake of a foot fetish, I think that honestly, being open in your relationship would save a lot of this, because there are even with the stranger fetishes, I think there are definitely ways that you can talk about them or ease into them. I just think that you should be open, and I think that if you want to experiment, then yeah, maybe pay for a custom clip or just find a clip that you don't have to pay for, whatever.
Can I weigh in as someone that's not on the scene?
Yeah, but yeah, to summarize what I think, I just think that people should definitely be more open with their partners about what they want, because that's a sign of a healthy relationship. And also, if you want to experiment and figure out your fetishes, then I think that buying a clip off a dom is a much better way of
Experimenting,
scratching that itch without crossing a line type thing. That's
I think from someone that's totally, and I mean, I've said this to you guys even the last day, it's like I'm totally new to this kind of scene as well. Like, I mean, before Kitty, I didn't know a lot about it. I think that any relationship,
he says that you want to see this guy behind closed doors. I've brought out the most perverted side in this mother. Don't want to swear too much, but
but
makes me gasp sometimes. Anyway, as you are.
Gasp and joy. But no, it's all about honesty. I think with us, even there, like you said, like it's about honest conversations. It's about kind of like, look, oh, you don't have to say like this is what I'm into, but even turn around. Yes, I see you laughing, Socrates. But even just having like, oh, should we try this out? Test the waters a little bit. I think.
Welcome, Peter.
Yeah. Don't ever be afraid to test the waters. I think it's one of those that there's no wrong answers. I know that some people get very angsty about it, but like Kitty said things to me, I've said things to Kitty where it's like such a like risky, like it would be high risk with a lot of other people. But you kind of say,
yeah, we go, you know, obviously without being specific, we get very taboo in the things that we say to each other. Yeah. It's very taboo. So I think that every so often someone will say something that goes that step further. And that's what it is. I think you have to ease into these things. Like, if, for example, if you have a foot fetish, you would say, oh,
why
Babe,
don't you kind
I
of
think
start
it-
with a foot job kind of thing? Like, but
No,
like,
no,
but not even like
oh
that.
my
But like,
God,
but no, but like just
that's
like
hardcore.
no, but like if from a girl it's a bit easy because you can kind of like just
No,
reach
but
your feet there.
I
But
would
like
be
for a guy,
as the dominatrix, I would be like, oh babe, I think it's so hot when you wear high heels. Maybe next time we sleep together, you should wear high heels when we fuck. That's so
Yeah.
hot. Or you're kissing down her body and then you start kissing her feet, or you give her a foot rub and you start kissing her feet. That's easing into it, being
Yeah.
like, give me a foot job.
no, but like not outright like saying it. No, because it's a bit different for a lad, and like because if you're a lad with a foot fetish, like you couldn't turn around and say like, right, I'm gonna start rubbing my foot against your crotch kind of thing as much.
No, right. A guy with a foot fetish likes women's feet.
That's why I'm saying.
So you can be like, oh babe, like,
Yeah, I know. So you can kind of start
wear
worshipping
high
on that side of
heels,
things. Yeah,
yeah.
no. But that's what I meant. It's not as easy as you can't. Yeah. Anyway.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyway, it doesn't
basically.
matter.
Socrates taking control here.
Go on, Socrates. Turn into a little bit of a dom yourself. Go on, Socrates. Love it.
Do you, okay then, to any subs that are in the audience, do you guys, if you were in a relationship, would you be honest with the person, and would you be open about your kinks and fetishes, or would you just kind of stick to the online realm?
I like your demeanor, Socrates. A little bit cheeky there, but I love it.
Yeah, I'm not used to this in my job, and look at me fucking bowing down.
But I definitely think, like as I said, open and honesty, like it's come up in the comments there since again. It's very much I completely new to this scene and everything like, and we've tested a lot of
I was
various.
asking them that question, right?
No, but I know, but I'm just kind of saying as well to answer a few questions that are there. But it's very much a case of like we've kind of gone to areas I've never kind of gone before and all this type of thing. But we've always like built up to it, and when it's happened, kind of like if it was a sexual affair, we kind of talk about it after and all this. Just be honest, guys.
Yeah.
And I know everyone says like it's the most.
What happened?
Yeah, at your feet. What kind of thing happened? Because like I know that everyone obviously has different experiences.
Yeah, I think, for example, like if I was dating someone new, and it, you know,
excuse me.
Say you've been on a few dates, what I've always done since being kind of 17, 18, I've always been like, oh, so like either what kind of porn do you watch, or what are your fantasies? Like, what are your top three fantasies?
As a guy, can I just weigh on this? It's not always a trap. The first few times she asked me, I'd say, I don't watch porn. Obviously lying through my teeth. And she
I'm like, right, okay, so what kind of porn do you watch?
Yeah, and she just turned around and she looked at me, Ethan, it's after popping up on your no. No, it hasn't. But lads, honestly, it's so easy once you're actually honest about it. A lot of things I thought were like almost red flags, like traps and everything like that. Once you're talking about them in the open, it's so much easier.
Yeah. I think it's a trap if you've never discussed it, and then you're all of a sudden in a relationship, then it might be. But that's a hard question. I don't think. See, I think in a new relationship is the time to do it. With me, I always wait until kind of the third date or whatever. And I'm like, oh, so
do you?
What are your fantasies then? Or, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, so what are your fantasies? What do you like? What are you into? And if they start to be weird, I'm like, come on, everyone's weird.
Can I just ask a question then for you guys there? Because if it's a case of you're afraid of how they're going to feel, like, are they the right person for you? I think a lot of it comes down to, and I'm not being like on the whole, find somebody that believes the same things as you. Everyone believes different things, blah, blah.
I agree with you, though. I think you have to be sexual compatibility.
It's so important. If you agree on nothing else but your sexual compatibility, it's so much of a difference in your life. I think that one thing that I really love with our relationship is we're so open about everything. We're like, oh, I love this. I don't like this. I don't want this. I'd like that. I'd like more of that. We're very open about it. And like, as I said, we're happy to speak with you guys about it. We're so open about everything. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask. But it's just kind of a case of this is such a different type of relationship I've ever had in my life, and I don't know about you, Kitty, but it's one of those where if there's something where it's like, as you said, we're very open to each other. We will always say to each other, right, well, I've seen this. Do you want to try it out, or do you want to see what this is? And if it doesn't work out, we'd just be like, we didn't enjoy that, but we can give it another go, see if it goes better next time. But if it doesn't, right, fair enough, we've scratched off the book, it's not going to work. If it does, fucking hell, yeah, that was crazy, that was different.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't know if you want to weigh in on that, but
no, I agree. And I think with, who was it?
Elise,
Peter, you said if it was the beginning of a relationship, you don't think you could be open if you had submissive tendencies. I think that
I understand it though, because from a guy, you don't want to come across as like pervy, and I know, like but okay, go on. Yeah, sorry.
God, you're annoying.
I know.
I waited for you to finish, and then I thought, right, it's my turn now.
Drink now.
I'm going to answer this. No, so, but no, my 100% weigh in after this because guys' point of view and all that. But no, I think at the start of a relationship, it's so. If I could give you some advice from a woman, I think that you don't have to. I don't know how submissive you are. I mean, I don't know what specifically you're into, but you don't have to go in at the deep end, right? You don't have to say, yes, I want to be in a gimp mask and I want to be a human toilet and I want you to just live your life walking up and down my body in stilettos. You don't have to say that, right? You can just be like, say you're having regular vanilla sex. You can be like, oh, it's really hot when you choke me, or it's really hot when you get on top, right?
Yeah.
So vanilla, it's really hot when you get on top. Oh, it's so hot when you choke me. That feels so good. And then you get her dirty talking. You can be like, oh my God, babe, that feels so good when you're dirty talking. Like when you're telling me what to do, that's so hot. Yeah. And you can just work up to it like that. And then that's how we did it without being specific. Like we started with
sentence we started everything.
We started with a bit of dirty talk.
That was so hot when you did that.
Yeah. You start with a bit of dirty talk and then you kind of try and push the boundaries a little bit more. Just see how she's going. Yeah. Maybe
the difference is you don't want to turn around and just go full in like as what I said. Give us a foot job there, love. But but on that side,
or like at your feet.
Yeah.
Sent her a book about female domination. Maybe don't do that. Maybe just be like, I think your feet are so sexy. Like the curves, like the arch of your foot is so sexy. It turns me on so much. Like, oh my God, I just love kissing your feet.
Like I'm not one that has a foot fetish, so I've been kind of probably not the best coming out. But the way I'd always start it, if it was, but if it was me, the way I'd kind of start it would be kind of like, oh yeah, fucking hell. Do you remember those heels you wore the other night? Let's try them on in bed, like you kind of said earlier on. Kind of build on that next time, and then it kind of the heels will come into play a bit more. Kind of play like I always think the best way to go is a sensual massage. I think that it's a really good way to kind of start things off in that time thing. So if you kind of have a foot fetish, start the massage there, kind of kiss the feet a bit, kind of almost not worship, but worship the feet a little bit. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then kind of like build on it each time a little bit more.
It depends. I mean, maybe
I'm grabbing another drink.
Okay. Please, could I have a top up as well?
Of course.
Thank you. I think maybe what would help is if some of you guys told us specifically what your kinks are, and then we can give you a guys and a girls perspective on, especially me. I feel like at this point in my line of work, I've come across the vast majority of kinks that are out there. So I have a lot of ideas and I might be able to help you. For example, Martin, if you were hypothetical, I should not have called you out. I should not have said your name. I'm sorry. But if you were into, for example, ruined orgasm, you could possibly, I don't know, maybe even ruin it yourself somehow. And then afterwards just be like, oh my God, I know it's weird, but that was actually so hot. getting so worked up and fucking you and getting so like to the point of no return. And then that happened. Like, oh my gosh, that was so hot, you know? Or you could be like, oh, babe, you know, it would be so hot if you were stripping, talking to me, sucking me off, doing whatever, whatever. And then at the last minute, you took my orgasm away and destroyed it. Like, that would be so fucking hot. I don't think that even sounds that weird. Like, if someone that doesn't know what ruined orgasm is hears about that as a fetish, yeah, it sounds a little weird and people wouldn't necessarily understand what the hell that is. But you could incorporate it in a way where I think that what I've just said doesn't sound all that strange. Because it's like a tease almost. It's like, oh my God, you got me there, babe. And then you just took it away. That is so hot. That fucking turns me on so much. The thought that you could take it away when I get there, like the danger, the thrill, that turns me on. You know, that's not all that strange to say to someone. Guys, shoot us your fetishes. Let's go more. Let's go more. English 101.
English 101. Like the video, guys. We've got 2 likes so far. There's 4 viewers. I'm expecting 4 in the next 3 minutes, or it's not good enough for Kitty.
Mm-hmm.
What were we talking about since I left, Jessa?
Mine is verbal. How to tell your partner about what a specific fetish. So, okay, body worship. That is the easiest fetish. Like
Socrates is going to come out with some pretty dark stuff here now.
Okay, body worship, whether it's ass worship, tit worship, just general body worship, whatever. You could do a sensual massage, like you said. You could get her to just sit on your face and be like, you are going to sit on my face and just gyrate on me until you come. Like, you're going to use my face. Whatever it is that you specifically want to do with body worship, you can do that. That's not even that kinky or weird. Like, that's
fairly standard.
That's a very heterosexual guy just being like, I love your body. Oh my God, give it to me. Like, that's not even like verbal degradation. What kind? What topic? You know, do you like SPH? Do you like kind of cuckold topics? What do you like? Tell us what you like. Oh, we got 3 likes.
Oh, someone is like, since I said. Well done, whoever it is. But I mean, yeah, maybe while we're waiting for people to type in, what are some of the more extreme fetishes you've seen people request, just to give people an idea? Okay,
Okay, Socrates is a problem. And Martin, yeah, I think on the face of it, it sounds weird. I think the first time I told you about what a ruined orgasm fetish was, you were like, what the fuck? But then you could bring it up so easily.
Yeah.
I don't really want my girlfriend to dominate me. Okay.
I think that's a very masculine thing, though, in the sense that, like, for me,
calling you a loser. Right.
But just on Socrates' thing there before we move on.
Yeah.
From a guy's perspective, because I've never heard of any of this like before I met Kitty and all this. So like when I was like, people do that, I just didn't understand it. And I always thought, like, as a guy, I want to be alpha. You want to be in control. You want to be that kind of a, exactly. You want that kind of full 100% in it, and you don't want them to think of anyone else or anything else that's going to be able to compare to that. But again, have you tried something a bit less on that side, or is that just from experience of what you've liked or not liked? Just curious there on that one.
No, because I think what he's saying is that he doesn't just want a vanilla girlfriend to dominate him in the bedroom. He wants a full-on 24/7. Like, he wants to be in a kind of lifestyle BDSM relationship.
Oh, where, like, right. Yeah, I didn't see the second.
Yeah, where she's like making you crawl to the kitchen. You know what I mean? Like, all the time. There are dating sites for that kind of thing, right? Like, lifestyle BDSM is a massive thing. Exactly.
Out of curiosity, and again, this is me from we're coming from two total opposite spectrums here. What is it about the femme lead that kind of gets you going? What is it that makes you want that? I know for me, like, as I said, it's a case of I've got, yeah. But I came from that traditional kind of like manly man mentality.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, got whipped right round. But it's a case of I've seen two different sides and everything, seen what we like, what we don't like, and all that. But it's just like, what about it is it that appeals to you? Yeah, fair enough, Socrates.
Well, that's just. I mean, first of all, at your feet, we're going to get to your question next because I do have an idea about that, about calling you a loser, obviously. But no, Socrates, I think that surely that's just your type of woman. Then it's not that you necessarily want to be beat up in the bedroom. It's that you like alpha women. You like a woman that is going to kind of take the reins and boss you around in all kind of areas of the relationship.
Woman in authority, woman in uniform. There we go. Might be my naivety there, but that's what I'm thinking of, like police woman kind of thing. Yeah.
And if you're not into that in the bedroom, then alpha women are probably more submissive in the bedroom anyway. So if you're alpha in the bedroom and submissive in the rest of your life, then it's probably a win-win situation.
The dream.
I say that's me.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Or I will, David Simpson. Will you now? I don't think you will. I don't know why this guy's here chatting with us. We're here chatting with you because it's quarantine and we've had enough of each other.
Have we? Yeah, probably. Yeah.
So, at your feet, you said calling you a loser. How can you get a girl to call you a loser? First of all, easily. Second of all, I think it's so, again, I sound like a broken record, but it's ease into it. So I don't want to give specifics. I can be very like I'm not even submissive, but I'm very kinky. I'm very fucking perverted, right? I am perverted as fuck. So I will say I will say things in the bedroom that I've never said to anyone until I met him. And
more than just a pretty face, guys. More than just a pretty face.
And I just think it's so say, for example, the loser thing, right? I know it's a slightly different boys versus girls, whatever, but say we were having sex, okay, and he already was being a little bit dominant, I would be like, oh, really? Like, you're gonna, whatever. Like, and then I'd be like, oh, but like, you still even like me, do you? You think I'm a loser? Yeah, you think I'm a loser? Yeah. And then give him that hint, and then he's just gonna be like, yeah, you're a fucking loser. And I'm like, yeah, am I a really big loser? And then he's going to take that hint and he's going to go along with it. So what I would say is that don't just say to your girlfriend, I want you to call me a loser. You need to get into dirty talk and you need to get into just saying all kinds of shit to each other so that then when you say, oh, but I'm just a bigger loser, then she automatically knows, right, I need to take this and I need to run with it. Because he said things to me before. There was one time when he was just like, you don't want this, do you? And I'm like, no, I guess I don't. Like, and you would never really say to someone, yeah, I want to that word that begins with R that we won't say. You would never say that to someone. But if you've already kind of pushed the boundaries in some way, then you can say, oh, you don't like that, do you? You don't want it. You don't want it. You're not going to tell anyone. And they're just like, oh my God, no, I don't want it. I'm not going to tell anyone. And then I think that whatever it is, if it's a verbal thing, that you can ease into it. This is the thing with fetishes, into it.
I think and again, we're coming from two totally opposite backgrounds. And Kitty's kind of like dealt with you pervs for a long time. No, but all joking aside, it's a case of like we've come from two backgrounds, and we take up on each other's like vocal keys, and like you kind of, the one thing I'll say for any relationship to go well is just picking up on those keys, and be that something that's said once as a like a test of water thing. Pick up on it. If it's a case of you're not 100% in it, try it out. Try it out, because you don't know what you're into until it doesn't work. A lot of people, and I've spoke to a lot of guys like that at my own age and a bit older, a bit younger, and I'd be like, I'd never tried this. But once it's been said, you just kind of turn around and say, you know what, that actually does it for me. And if it doesn't do it for you, but it does it for your partner, what are you losing by unless it's really fucking dark, guys? But you're not losing a lot by saying one or two sentences.
Yeah. I think you don't have to frame it as, I have a kink and it's this.
Once you label anything,
you can just
it's turned into a thing.
Yeah. You can just say, oh, you know, it's like really bad to admit, but I think that's kind of hot.
Yeah. We've never done that. To be fair, and I hope you don't mind me saying that, but a lot of stuff we found out from each other is in the middle of things. Like we've turned around and said, like, we'd say something and then we kind of look at each other and be like, all right, yeah. But like, it's kind of one of those situations, and I appreciate, and I 100% appreciate, not everyone's going to be as receptive to that. But at the other side of things, you're not going to know where the boundary is, because you don't know what actually does it for you until you're in the middle of it. And I mean, for example, for some people, it's very much a case of like I said, foot fetish, for example.
But I think if these guys have never brought it up at all, then they're not going to just be in the middle of sex and say something. But the point is that if you can, outside of the bedroom, be talking about things and say, oh, I think this is hot, I think this is hot. Even if it's like a bit of a joke, then you can test the waters in the bedroom.
Humor is the greatest thing, guys.
Yeah.
One thing, and Kitty will tell you 100%, one of the worst things one of my worst features, but one of my best features, I deflect with humor. But I'll always, if I don't feel 100% like saying something 100%, I'll always test the water with a joke. If I know it goes down like a lead balloon, I won't bring it up again. If it does, we go from it.
I do have Instagram, but it's my personal one, so you guys are not having it. I will write my Twitter in the thing right now. I can't reach the app. My little hands.
They're great.
And also OnlyFans, by the way, you guys, if you do want to subscribe to my OnlyFans, it's $10 a month. You're going to get a few like sexy underwear pictures and usually at least one full length fetish clip every month. I sometimes do polls on what fetish clip that you want, but yeah, one fetish clip per month.
Just to kind of answer that, we've had a few messages from
and I also take customs on there, and I always respond to messages and stuff. It's the quickest way to get hold of me as well. Sorry.
No, you're good. But yeah, honestly, guys, like, I'm not saying this as like, oh, we will say anything for the sake of it. Like, anything we can do to help, we're more than happy to share. I think I am anyway. Kitty, I 100% think you're the same as well. Guys, honestly, anything that we can help out with, honestly, we're in quarantine together. We might as well help each other out.
And I do. I mean,
we're in quarantine together. We might as well help each other out.
And I do. I mean, I know Martin for sure, and if anyone else has been kind of following me throughout the years, I have friends that are in this line of work and they don't see their subs as people. One of my closest friends, she is a dom as well. She's a very successful dom, but she doesn't really see her subs as people. She's like, get their money. She doesn't care so much about the ethics of it, etc. And I'm very much like, yeah, I'm going to humiliate the fuck out of you. And I'm going to mean it, by the way. Like, I am going to say real shit to you and you're going to cry. But then after that's done, we can have a chat and we can have a beer and it's all gravy. You know what I mean? Like, it's... My friend, yes, she is. I'm going to go and pee. I'm going to leave you with these gentlemen.
Oh, no. leaving me with everyone. She's going to come back now and you're all going to leave, guys. Great. Thanks for that.
There's going to be like 30 people in there.
Yeah, and there's going to be nobody left now once she comes back. But while she's gone very quickly as well, if anyone has any questions, honestly, like as I said, I'm an open book as well, so I'm more than happy to help out. I know as a guy as well, it's pretty intimidating sometimes talking to girls like that, but like Socrates, all right, no need to go straight in there. I know somebody straight away left, but go hell, straight in there. It's all right, Socrates. I see how it is. Thought we were friends, but that's fine. I'm going to tell Kitty, and you're gone. No, but seriously, guys, I know it's a really tough one at the moment, especially with quarantine. I mean, how is everyone coping with like everything in quarantine? I know we were quite lucky when Kitty. I asked Kitty to move in with me when quarantine happened because it was just like I couldn't do it. It's been 6 weeks now, 7 weeks. She told me today. Couldn't do that as long. Thanks for the like, guys. Just saw another one come in there as well. Gonna show off and tell Kitty that was all me as well. Quarantine ain't shit. Damn right. Socrates, where are you based at the minute? Where are you yourself? To be honest, I'm very much a person that hates people. So I completely agree. I love quarantine. I'm working from home. I work weekends. Peter, you don't even know what happens in the bedroom, but yeah. No, but yeah, honestly, she's great. I love Kitty. Columbia, yeah. Oh, guys, appreciate that. Now, I was lucky. One thing I would say with everyone, like last time we were on, a few people said, how'd you get with someone like that? Be yourselves. Be, honestly, as long as you're not a dick with people, a lot of people are very receptive to that. I think Colombia, I don't know how the restrictions are there at the moment, Socrates. It's a bit different in the UK, I think. We're very confused at the moment since yesterday's freaking announcement, but it's absolutely ridiculous. Really appreciate that at your feet. Yeah, it's going really well at the moment. And Martin, I know it's tough. I know quarantine can be very tough for everyone, and I think we got very lucky. I asked Kitty to move in with me, as I said, so we had each other at least. I know a lot of people are by themselves. A lot of, huh? Yeah, you stink. But it's one of those that it is tough. I think they're kind of the restrictions. I'm not happy with how they're doing them. I think that we're waiting for a massive spike for things to go worse than they were again. But again, what can we do about it at this stage? How is it affecting your guys' love life and sexual life? I mean, is it a case of, are you meeting people, or? Well, Socrates, at least you have your family. I know a lot of people don't. Since you've left, I've had 3 extra viewers and 1 extra like, so you need to leave again. I was one of your viewers and I was your like.
I liked you on the toilet.
Oh, go away.
No, I was actually trying to copy and paste the link into Twitter and it sent me to the YouTube, so I liked it.
No. Well, I've got 5 extra viewers. I told you.
Can you move your little leg?
Yeah.
Thank you.
But it's just, yeah, it's the quarantine's a bit of a harsh one at the moment.
Your guys' relationship is great. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
That actually is. I'm enjoying it.
It is a lot of wasted time, but again, what I think about it is, look.
But what are you doing with it?
Right.
I almost said Piggly. What are you doing with it, Martin? Are you wasting your time or not? Are you focusing on something? Oh my gosh, we've lost viewers since I came back. I think you just need to talk more.
Yeah. Fuck's sake, guys. I mean, I know.
Oh,
why would you want all of this? No,
Peter, that sucks so bad for you. And yes, we will definitely be making more videos. Don't you worry about that.
Guys, as long as we've got viewers, we'll make videos. Fair to say?
Yeah.
As long as you guys are tuning in, giving us likes, send us a bit of money, pays for our drinks for these things, and then we will be happy to do them. And also, guys, if you have any requests for what to talk about, we're more than receptive to it. I think I've gotten very Irish there in the last minute since you've left. Since you come back, we've lost a lot of viewers. It went up as far as 10.
Very sorry.
Yeah.
If you're talking about clips that I have, then you're gonna just have to buy it and see, or just read the description and see, or look at the preview and see.
And
any of the above.
Just buy the clip.
Buy the clip. It's insulting your mom.
Yeah. Or request a special custom. Yeah. Also, guys, why is it 7 viewers and only 5 likes? Get them likes up for us. No, it's not good enough.
I was one of the likes.
I know you are. That's the saddest part. But no, honestly, as I said, any questions, feel free, send them this way. Also, any kind of topics you want us to go back and have a look at, we'll look into them and we'll come back to you guys with a full video about them as well. If it's worth doing, we'll happy do that.
So bear in mind the audience that we've got. Then let's talk a bit about fetishes. So I wasn't really.
I'm gonna regret this now, but anyway, go on.
No, I don't mean like that. I just mean, because obviously we were doing the deal breaker questions, but it was very vanilla relationship questions. You guys should make a cut. Do you want some porn of us? You're not going to get any.
How much? I am a bit tight for money this week. At your feet, how much do you want for a little video there? But no. Just video games. What video games are you playing at the moment, Martin? Bit of gamer myself.
Martin, how old are you and where are you from, etc.? Let's talk face slapping.
I love a bit of face slapping.
He does.
Yeah. My sister has just texted me and she works in a restaurant. No, stop. She works in a restaurant. She's just said,
love a bit of face slapping. My sister's just texted.
She works in a restaurant. Her boss has just turned around and said they bought an ice cream milkshake machine.
Who's your background?
That's Chloe.
That's weird.
That's her and her friend.
That's your wallpaper on your phone.
No, it's not. That's hers.
Oh.
Fucking weirdo.
I was like, why the fuck is that your wallpaper?
Yeah.
So okay, sorry. What an ice cream and milkshake machine for you being here Friday. First of all, is that a guy that she's texting?
No, that's her boss. It's the place she works in. Yeah. She's going to be TikTok famous. But
31 UK.
Where in the UK you live, Martin? Modern Warfare. Ooh, controversial. Which Modern Warfare are you into? I'm a Battlefield man myself now, so I'm not as much into the Modern Warfare, but Kitty's going to just like slump off there now.
Can I also just say that I am now officially a #gamer girl?
Just played one game.
I played Harry Potter 2 and Street Fighter.
Yeah.
I played The Walking Dead.
The Telltale series. For anyone that knows, that doesn't know, it's like a story-based game that your decisions impact the.
Look at you. So I can see your face now putting it down because you're just like, she's not a real gamer.
No. I'm fully on board. I'm fully on board.
#not like the other gamer girls. Okay.
No, you're not. You should see there's a video of Kitty where she's just there like and a zombie attacks her and she's like, no. And she literally jumps onto the seat behind her nearly.
TikTok content.
Yeah, it is TikTok content, really. But yeah, no, guys, Warzone's not bad. PlayStation got myself, so I played a bit online, not as much. I am Battlefield, as I said, but Warzone's going quite well. They're bringing in the new duos as well, which isn't too bad. But yeah, let us know where in the UK. We're based in the Greater Manchester area.
Oh, we're based in Manchester.
I didn't want to give too much on that.
Just Manchester.
Yeah, Manchester. Looking on the canal.
Manchester. Homer Simpson, you love a little bit of trolling, don't you?
He loves it. He's looking for a bite. He's looking for.
Yeah,
I saw he deleted a comment earlier on. Yeah.
Because he was like, "Can you make another vid about my mother?"
Yeah.
You're not very good at it. At your feet.
Go on at your feet. Let him have it. Go for it, Socrates.
Go on, Socrates.
All you. We love a bit of Socrates. Very
And
inspirational.
of course, there's only 8 people watching because
9 now.
I haven't posted, apart from the live that we did a few weeks ago, I've not posted a video in, I think, more than 12 months. I'm not sure exactly. I want to say even longer. Let me check. Because, yes, your mission has succeeded. I am triggered. I feel the need to prove myself to you, you little faceless monster. But when was my last
Besides the live last
upload?
week.
Yeah, besides the live. 2 years ago.
And there was only 1 2 years ago. The rest are 3 years ago.
Yeah, well, I know, because I deleted some in between that because they were the ones that got demonetized. So I was like, fuck you. I made them all private. But that was the most recent one 2 years ago. So fuck you. Of course people are not watching.
No, that's fair enough, man. You don't need to go any more specific than
In
that.
Wales.
But,
you don't need to be specific because
it's just
Wales is enough. We all know what you're doing with your little sheep over there. What does WDI? I'm not. What does that mean?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Oh no, I get triggered very easily. I'm not a laid back person. But yeah, of course, there's only 9 people watching because I haven't uploaded a video in like 2 years. So it's not like my 4,000 YouTube subscribers are
sitting there waiting.
Yeah.
I think the difference is like, I mean, as you said, Homer, like it's one of those. She hasn't posted a video in that long. We went live there. What was it, 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago?
2
weeks ago, just as a one-off kind of thing, test the waters. It's just to see how things are.
It's just the odd person that's online on Twitter, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's coming. It's not like
It's not like
YouTube
the whole following.
subscribers are. Harry Pierce, I'm cold. I don't wish I was cold, but I'm very hot. I mean, I know I'm hot, but oh God,
no, fair enough, Homer. Don't worry about it. We're only winding you up as well, anyway. Homer, do you know what? Make up for it. Like the video.
Hi, Stork.
Oh, Stork from last time as well, wasn't it?
Stork from years and years.
Yeah.
Have Storky Boy on Facebook. So she's married.
Socrates asked a question there a few minutes ago there about if you look for.
No. So yeah,
I'll grab his drinks. Do you want
no, I'm good, thank you. I've got my wine here. So she is a weird one because as far as her work goes, she is a sadist. She doesn't give a fuck about her subs, etc. She's very much like, no, they are losers. They're not humans. They are losers, blah, blah, blah. But she's also married and she's smitten. She's in love. She's not a sadist in real life. She's just...
Hey, another like, well done.
Compartmentalizes work a lot. So I think her thought process is just that men and also there's another relative, there's another, I was going to say famous, there's another really successful dom on Twitter that I'm friends with. I've met in person a couple of times, and she's a better example because she genuinely hates men. She hates men. I've been out drinking with her before. She absolutely despises men, and she's married, and she makes 10 times more than her husband makes, but like he pays for everything. They go on these fancy holidays and he has to pay because she's like, fuck you, you're a man, you're paying, like you're worth shit, you know? She is probably the quintessential dom, whereas my other friend, she's a dom for work. But yeah, this other chick is she's scary. She's hardcore.
Is this the one that you told me about with free drinks at the bar? Who used to ask for drinks?
And she was the one when when I was posting a tweet earlier and there were some boobs on top of the timeline.
Yeah.
They were her boobs.
Them boobs. Femdom boobs.
I've only been to Manchester once. Love the confession. I've never been to the Curry Mile. I know. I've never been. I've really wanted to.
I lived in Manchester for 4 years, and the Curry Mile. I used to have a friend, Una. So she used to live on the other end of the Curry Mile. So we used to have to walk through the Curry Mile to get to hers. And it'd be a case of like Curry Mile was every Saturday. Love an old Curry Mile. Can't go wrong. Bit of an old chicken kebab. Or if you go for a special kebab, everything all in one. You just shown your ones.
This is oh holy shit! I just nearly gave you her actual vanilla bloody Twitter address. Names. Okay. Let me give you their Twitter names. Jesus. Okay.
Well done.
Can you imagine? Oh my gosh, she would never talk to me again. She's not out at all.
No.
To anyone. So that's one of them on Twitter. I'm going to check that I've spelled it right, but that's one of them. Let me just double check that I've spelled her name right, you guys. Yeah, I have. So she's the real man hater. She's got very nice boobies as well.
Nice. Oh, she's lovely boobies, doesn't she?
Lovely boobies.
Jeez.
Lovely boobies. And because she's my friend, I forgot what her fuck's sake. I think Stork, I'm pretty sure you follow her because she's old school. I'm 90% sure you follow her. I've been friends with her for a long time. So she is Miss H loves cash.
What are you laughing at this time? Which one?
Martin, good save.
Just about, she typed it out and was about to press enter. I was like, is that your? Oh, straight back. Go on, 7 likes. Whoever's given us the extra like, well done. Like that. As we say back in Ireland, sláinte.
Sláinte.
And sláinte to all you fuckers.
Sláinte. I did do some clips with that. So if you guys are wanting some background on what the two of them are like. So Miss Alessandra, she's got very big boobs. She does a lot of tit worship clips. That's kind of her niche. Like she's almost exclusively tit worship. And Miss H she does a lot of cuckold. She never involves a man or anything like that, but she does a lot of cuckold. She does some kind of secretary blackmails you. Like she's into the kind of blackmail cuckold stuff. And both excellent doms, both very different looking girls. So there's something for everyone.
Something for everyone.
Something for everyone. The first one makes an absolute packet of money.
So
she makes like 5 figures a month.
5 figures a month, fair play to her. So Socrates wants a cute girl that would love him and stuff. What should you do? Socrates, what you need to do is you need to find the girl first. We can't help you until you find that girl. We are happy to talk you through step by step what to do with the girl.
But also, you can't have a sadist that hates men and is also cute and loves you.
No, realistically,
like,
no.
It's one or the other.
Yeah. Which do you prefer? I think we touched on this last time, and I think we kind of said that the most important thing is don't be a dick. All joking aside, I mean, I met Kitty in a bar, and all it was basically basic conversation. I wasn't in any way kind of like...
You just asked us to look after your coat.
Well, yeah, I asked.
That was how the ice was broken.
Yeah. Just very, very easy way of doing it. If you're stuck for something to do, just kind of say, sit beside them and kind of, oh, sorry, girls, I'm running to the toilet. Do you mind just watching my coat? Come back and be like, oh, thanks for watching my coat. Oh, what you girls doing here? Kind of like, just talk away to them. Talk to her, talk to her friend. Just kind of like be be a nice guy. Don't be a dick. I think a lot of people think that girls are into this whole,
Dickhead.
yeah, and like nice guys finish last, but it's not. It's not the case. It's one of those stereotypical kind of things.
No, it's not legal. That's why I never engage in. I will do blackmail in a clip because it's a clip, so you buy it, so that's very consensual. But I would never do blackmail in a kind of Skype session or any other thing like that because it kind of is legal if you consent to it, but then how can you? It's just very, very, very
How can
murky
you consent
waters.
to it if it's blackmail?
Very murky, very
Yeah.
murky, and so many doms just blackmail guys left, right, and center when they haven't consented. So it's really fucked.
But
I think the idea of blackmail is hot, though. I understand why people have that fetish, where they'll send. So a guy, for example, if he's like a cross-dresser,
yeah,
will send a video, picture or whatever of him in heels and a thong and a bra. And then he'll also send like the social media accounts of his wife and his friends and his boss. And it's like, oh, blackmail me. But then when he doesn't send the money and she actually does send it, then is it illegal or not? Like it's, you know. I'm going to go on BDSM Reddit and ask some questions.
I'll back in 1 second.
Okay.
Try not to lose any viewers while I go. Don't forget, last time I came back, there was 10. When you came back last time, I expected at least
none. Go on, do it. I know. Guys, fire some questions. Do you want kind of fetish questions? Do you want deal breaker or not? Like what kind of questions do you want? I'm already with the internet in my hand. Come on, Piggly. That is such an interesting one. That is so interesting. It obviously depends on what exactly it is. I think if people are just full on having sex somewhere, then that's probably wrong. Insofar as the kind of public play where, you know, a woman is walking a man round on a lead and he's just crawling along and she's dressed in the standard dominatrix gear. I have a very unpopular opinion about this, I feel like, because a lot of people are like, you're involving people in your fetish that didn't consent to it, etc., etc. I don't agree with that.
Well done, you didn't lose anyone.
I think that adults, they're going to be fine with seeing a man walked around on a lead. And if a kid sees it, it's very easy to explain that to a kid. If they say like, you know, Mummy, why is that man crawling around on a lead? You just say, oh, they're just playing a game. You know how you play with your friends, like it's just a game for grown-ups. Well, I don't think it's that fucked up. Public humiliation and stuff. How do you feel about it? And I was saying it depends which.
Yeah, well, how extreme.
But in that kind of situation where a woman's just leading a man around on a lead and she's dressed like dominatrix style, I think, to be honest, most adults, I don't feel bad if they see that.
To be fair, we live in Manchester. If you're in the village, you see that on a daily. When things are open, obviously. But it's kind of a case of it's not like...
Just watched one of your clips on Pornhub. Great. Spend the vast majority of my life... Well, no, I don't. That's a lie. I spend a lot of my time trying to get clips taken off that website because they are stolen. But if you could send me a private message with the link, I would, I'd really appreciate it. I'd even send you a fetish video for free if you send me the link.
There we go. Okay. You can't ask for more than that.
Yeah. Because you know some other motherfucker's making money off my clips. Whoever uploaded it is making money off me.
Yeah, honestly, it's like, it's basically taking the piss to the extreme. It's somebody else found a video online and just turned around and said, like, right, where can I make a bit of cash? Throwing it straight on there.
Yeah, they know exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's really annoying as well because just to get on my soapbox for a minute and then I will shut up. But as a dominatrix, it's kind of like when I got into this field, of course, I knew that this was a risk. But the reason that I put this paywall up and only put my content on specific sites is because, you know, you don't know if my family knows what I do. You don't know if my friends know what I do. Like a lot of girls in this job
And even your boyfriend
are
as well.
not out.
Yeah.
You know, I'm lucky in the sense that my parents know what I do. Everyone knows what I do, but a lot of people don't. And again, I'm lucky in the sense that this is my full-time job and my other kind of side business is not something that this would ever affect.
Yeah.
But for a lot of girls, if their stuff gets uploaded to the PH website, that's life destroying. That could be life destroying.
Yeah.
Because I put my content on I Want Clips, for example, and most of my videos sell less than 10 copies, right? So that's like 10 people that watch them. It's not a whole lot. Whereas on Pornhub, it's like, oh, in 2 days, 100,000 people have watched it. That's a massive window of bullshit.
But just for example, if we didn't know, if I didn't know what you did, and I, as we all know, everyone goes on Pornhub.
Stumbled upon it.
Yeah, but if you stumble upon it, it's like, that's my missus. That's it is.
That's the thing. On the one hand, it is on me because I should have told you what I do. But a lot of
but if it's early days, you're not going to say something like that. And I think it's like, whoever says like, oh, you should say it early days. Yes, you. To be fair, you said it to me the very first day we dated. Before that, when we went for drinks. But it's a case of like, that can be the difference between you trying to be a certain way in the first date because you don't want to ruin things, because you felt the connection there, you didn't want to display certain things until we were a bit more intimate and everything. It can be life changing. I think like the difference is, and if I can just say this last part and then you can say it, but like, we've got such a connection, you're so honest with me, but if you weren't and that you felt you couldn't say it like that, it's like, so Homer says,
if you could still in a private message send me the video, I'll be able to get it taken down because I still obviously own the copyright for it. So you just send a message to my YouTube account, I think. But bouncing off that, what I want to say is that forgetting whether people in my life know about what I do, that's not the point. It is the point, but
it's like Paul Me said there, it's a real scumbag move. It's somebody trying to profit off you.
The main point is that I make the content, okay? I upload it, I script it, I do it. And then the clip sites that I upload it to, they always take 40% of whatever I charge. Yes, please. Not in this chat, obviously, in a private message. The clip sites always take 40% because I have to pay for bandwidth, for marketing, for just having a profile on there. I have to pay for all of that. So they already take their cut. The point is that I guarantee that this guy that's uploaded it, he hasn't just uploaded one of my videos. He has probably uploaded a lot because the ones that I've seen in the past, it's like one guy and they upload like 5 or 10 of my videos. And it's like, right, yeah, you've paid to have them. You've paid $10, $12 to download each of my videos, whatever. And now you're uploading them on all of these mainstream websites. and you're getting revenue for every single time that is streamed, and you're making more money than I'm making from that content. More.
It's just disrespectful.
Thank you so much, Homer. Like, yeah, it is just like, I know it's going to happen. The first few times it happened, I absolutely shit. Like, I can't explain to you guys the feeling of the first couple of times it happened, because someone in my real life, this guy that I know in my real life, actually sent me a message on Facebook, and he knew what my job was, but he sent me a message saying, lol, just seen you on Pornhub, thinking that I would be laughing along because he thought that I was aware of it and that I put it up and stuff. And I was like, link it to me right now. And he's like, wait, what? You didn't know about this? I'm like, no. And it's just so disturbing. Like,
yeah.
I know that everything you put on the internet is, in a sense, it's fair game. I know that. I'm prepared for it.
But it's not.
But at the same time, I think it's a dick move. Yeah, I think it's a dick move.
I mean, anyone, if I was to pay for content, I'm not going to upload it because I know for a fact I'm taking away from the other person, essentially. But also, you don't know, like you said, you don't know their background. Your family, your boyfriend, they might know about this. And I think, like Socrates there, it's fucking disgusting. It is. And I mean, it's something that really annoys me. I mean, Kitty's been so honest with me from the start. I mean, first date we met in a pub and she turned around. By the end of the day, she was like, right, I'm just going to let you know this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does happen, but it doesn't make it any better.
Yeah.
It's true. But it's just kind of a case of like, you have these people that think they're so entitled to being able to profit off other people.
Yeah.
And
exactly, because it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you're just buying a porn clip and uploading it.
But I bet you
they've
done it to a lot of other.
Yeah.
Similar.
Again, it's not as bad for sure, but it's
Yeah.
Obviously, it's worse for them because they never consented for that to be on the internet. Yeah, but it's similar. It's like, it's not your nude to share. I feel like a general rule of thumb is, if you didn't, if you're honestly, not the director, the copyright owner, you probably shouldn't spread it.
But like, can you imagine, like, for example, if one of my mates turned around and said, "Oh, I thought I saw your missus on Pornhub." Yeah. How embarrassed? Not in a bad way, because I know Kitty's professional. I know all of that side of things, and I'm perfectly okay with it. I understand all that. But for one of my mates to be able to say, "I found her on Pornhub," that would just be like, it's almost like, it's really, yeah, exactly, very bad. Like, it's just like, how the fuck do you turn around and say like, "Oh, that's fine"? But it's just like, what's she got from it? What have we got from out of it? It's like, all we got is like, answer questions. It's not okay, to be fair. It's just a dick move. Yeah, there is, and you're right, there is a lot of assholes in the world, and
sure.
Unfortunately, nothing we can do about that, but rise above them. It is something that triggers me as well, though. It's just like, and I know I've gone off on a tangent, so I apologize, guys, but it's just like, I get so annoyed by that type of thing.
Revenge porn is so bad.
I know.
That, oh my gosh, that angers me so much. It's never happened to me. Well, to my knowledge, it's never happened to me. But again, it's that kind of thing where, would you even know? I was...
you never know until somebody points it out to you.
I was listening to something on a podcast, and it was about this girl that found that a guy was filming her. Well, basically, they'd slept together, and then he unlocked his phone to show her something afterwards. And when he unlocked it, it was still on the last thing that he'd been on, and he'd taken a picture of her. It wasn't a video; it was a picture. But a couple of guys have told me that they've, without the girl's knowledge, on a one-night stand, recorded it and uploaded it and stuff. And you only have to go on mainstream websites to see, Tinder date, and it's like shitty mobile phone footage. It's not consensual. That freaks me the fuck out.
I'm not being funny, but like,
because it's like, statistically, I've slept with a few people, and like, maybe one of them's filmed me, it's
and without sounding
nasty.
Too extreme about it, but like, it's so much better than rape, in the sense that like, it's so unconsensual. It's so kind of like, and I mean, I'm by no means am I saying like it's that bad. I understand 100%, but it's like, you're literally taking that right away from somebody else, that where they were able to actually know what's actually published about them.
Well, yeah, I had to have a go at one of my friends once. So I'll tell you guys the situation, and you can weigh in on morally what you think.
Yeah.
So it's the outrageous one that you know.
Which outrageous one?
Outrageous.
The whole outrageous.
You know the one I'm talking about.
I probably know what you said. Yeah.
Uncalled for.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this girl and her ex-boyfriend, they both had a cuckold fetish.
Yeah.
And they were both in a long distance relationship. So he loved the idea of her sleeping with other guys. She loved the idea of him sleeping with girls. So what they did a few times is that this guy would have a one night stand with a girl and film it without the girl's knowledge and then send it to my friend. And then my friend was actually seeing a guy, and she would sleep with him and secretly film it and then send it to her ex-boyfriend. So they were both obviously sharing this content. It wasn't going online.
To Socrates' question.
Well, yeah.
I literally was coming from the other side saying, I don't think it's as bad, but yeah, Kitty scrammed straight in with, yeah, that's my friend. She didn't even read the comment.
There's obviously a much higher risk for girls, but yeah, there are some girls out there filming it for sure.
Have you never seen Fake Taxi?
But yeah,
no,
because I remember her telling me that, and she was kind of like, oh yeah, we're doing this thing where he's sending me these videos and I think it's hot, etc. And again, this chick is my best friend, but I was like, yo, that's really messed up. That's not okay.
Yeah.
Like, that's not, because that girl, yeah, it's not going on the internet, but that girl didn't want
to be recorded.
A, to be recorded and you see it, but B, to be kind of
shared.
Like a pawn in your game. Like, she didn't want to just be a little accessory to your fantasy, which I think is the main. I would hate that if people were just using a video of me to, like, as a fetish in their relationship.
So open to you guys then. How would you feel if it came out, you didn't know at the time, but after a while it came out that somebody recorded a video of you while you were quite intimate with someone? Let us know what you think on it, because I know I'd feel betrayed on it. I'd be furious.
What about if it was a girl that you just? What about if it was the girl that you were just seeing before me, so it was a casual thing?
I'd be furious. I'd be like, who does she think she is to share that shit? Whatever about sharing it, recording it, I've never had any prior knowledge to it.
Fake Taxi's great.
Fake Taxi's a great time. Oh, Socrates, you're missing out. Fake Taxi and the new Fake Taxi girl as well. The actual fun fact for you, they
were better back in the day. To be fair,
were better.
It used to be better.
But the original Fake Taxi went for sale this year on eBay earlier on. Yeah, I agree. I agree completely, Martin. I'd be like, fucking hell. Yeah, but I think with Fake Taxi as well, a lot of it is scripted. It's always a case of like...
Of course it is. All of it.
Yeah, I'd say 97% of it is. There's probably one or two where it's a bit, they risk it, but like...
Where people have tried to reenact it.
Chance it, yeah. But it's always fake as fuck. Yeah. Let's be honest about it. I know they make it out as if it's real, but it's all actors, don't forget. And the way you know is that they have the porn star names underneath in the video. So you know they actually are who they are. So they know what it is. Yeah, exactly, Star. But no, I think if a video went up on me, and for example, I'm very naive, to put it politely, I think, in the sense of the real world, but like
sheltered,
shall we say? But if something came up with me, I'd be absolutely furious. Like, but yeah, story-wise, if that's what happened, like, I mean, like, if that came out about me, like I said, I'd be furious. I'd be disgusted. And the worst thing about it, I'm not making any money from it. Somebody else is. Again, that's the sales side of me. I work in sales, so that's what's coming out of me as well. But like, yeah, no, I completely agree. I'd be furious. Anything to add to that?
No.
No. No.
No, I'd be furious as well.
Have you noticed since you've come back, we've lost half our viewers?
Fuck you. We
Guys,
were on 7 for a long time.
We were on 7 for a long time, but when you left, there was 5. It went up to 10, and when you came back, it all went down.
It dropped down to 8.
It dropped down to 6, 7, and then it rose to 7 again. I brought us back.
People just got tired.
People got tired of your shit.
It's so quick. Yeah, see, this is the thing with Fake Taxi. I love to...
But the original
ones looked less fake. And also, I don't know if you've noticed this as well.
Here we go. This is going to be fun.
I first started watching it at university, so...
Years ago,
5 years ago or something. And it was obviously fake. But at the same time...
Sorry, darling. Do you see that the little light in the corner there?
The general theme was that the girl couldn't pay the taxi fee. And the guy was like, well, you're just going to have to sleep,
I'm sure they'll work something out. So.
Since, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love #MeToo culture and all of this stuff, but when it comes to porn, I feel like Fake Taxi was not allowed to keep with the... Okay, as a adult content creator, we are not allowed to say anything in our descriptions. We are not allowed to say the word drunk. We're not allowed to say... oh my gosh, anything, because the payment platforms do not allow it, right? So I know that in porn, you're not allowed to do anything. And in the modern Fake Taxis, he's never pressuring her to do anything.
Yeah.
It's just like they're in a taxi and she's just like, oh my God, like, can we have sex? And
she's always like,
that's not the point.
Have you noticed my low-lying shirt and how I can't pay for the taxi fare? And I know all of you are checking off today, so settle down right now because you're not getting any more than a teaser. Do you see that? That's as much as you're getting. But no, I know what you mean. Like it is ridiculous. I think that it is clearly fake. But years ago on the old Fake Taxi, what I used to love was like, oh yeah, you used to get like the free taxi trip with showing off your tits. Do you see that, love? That's going on the internet if you're not going to do more. It used to be to that level. Now it's like everything's assumed it's going to be a straight fuck off and like, no.
See, I don't like the porn stars with great cameras in a comfortable setting. Like, I like the point of Fake Taxi.
Can I just take a moment?
No, I know. We're getting to that. I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, the whole kind of pull of Fake Taxi was that it could be real, like fake
estate agents,
state agent, where just a guy goes up to a random Ukrainian woman on the street and he's just like,
public fox, that was it.
Public agent.
There we go. We love a bit of public agent.
And she's
I will
like,
give you 500 Czech pounds.
What do you want? And he's like, and she's like, no. And then 2 minutes later,
Kitty, 500 Czech pounds. You suck me off there. Oh, you're sucking me off. I give you another 500 to fuck me. And I take the 1,000 when you fuck me with your pants are off. Yes, run away. Yeah.
We are going to get well, we're already demonetized.
Yeah, whatever. Who are we looking at?
Socrates.
But answer homie first.
Yeah, I get why you would have thought
Wait,
that they
another
were
like,
right?
yes. Get in, likes. We're fucking flying it tonight, lads.
Going viral.
Going viral, guys. Like that so we can go viral. All about your sex talks. To be honest, homie, I was the same way when I started off Fake Taxi. I was like, how don't they know? This is great. They're so unsuspecting of it all. It sounds pretty sinister when you say it out loud, but yeah. And then Socrates.
Did you see it on a porn website, or was it just kind of something that got shared around, on people's phones?
I didn't even know English back then. Socrates, where are you from originally?
Colombia.
Oh, of course, yeah, Colombia. Some tiny form.
Hola, ¿qué tal?
Hola, ¿qué tal? Yeah. But no, yeah. A lot of them are like that though, aren't they, these days? Especially back then, about 5 years ago, there was a big, massive, like almost like rape fetish kind of thing where it was almost like, oh no, you can't do that. Public transport was the big one as well, especially Eastern European or Japanese, Chinese public transport. They were the two big ones. I remember in school, everyone going like, "Have you seen your one getting rode on the train?" And I remember it being like, "Oh."
Yes.
Which
yes. Paying when you throw up in a taxi, paying the fee with sex.
Oh, yeah. I've just been a little bit sick there now. Oh, right. Well, you've already been sick, love. You're not going to get sick again.
Oh, God. You're going to get sick on mic.
I know. To be fair,
Okay,
a lot of them are fake.
Yeah, a lot of them are fake.
95%, I'd say.
My thing, if I didn't know it was real, is just kind of maybe report it to the website anyway and be like, can you review this? Like when you see something on Facebook and you report it to the reviewers and you say, dude, can you take a look at this, please? Check this is okay.
That one is very bad. I'm nearly curious at this stage.
Oh.
Not in a bad way, but like
not in a bad way. I just want to see someone.
I just want to evaluate. But no. But yeah, again, as I said, you guys have been really receptive again tonight. But any more questions, anything like that, just fire them, you guys. After we've had a few of these, we're more than happy to answer any questions, I think.
Yeah, this is really fun. I really like doing this.
I love the way we said earlier on, like, oh, we'll go on for half an hour, maybe. It's been 2 hours, 15 minutes.
No, we said an hour.
We said an hour.
Don't exaggerate.
Okay. Didn't even take into account the actors. They acted out perfectly. Oh, but yeah, no, I know what you mean.
What do you mean, Stork?
I think what Stork means is kind of
like... Well, why don't we wait for Stork to answer?
Ooh, all right, Kitty.
What do you mean? I think what he means.
But I think... And before,
especially Kitty you were young as well.
But I think for a lot of people, it's what they're into, and they're playing up to that. I honestly don't think a lot of stuff that is left on the websites is licensed because, excuse me. But the reason I think it's licensed is due to the fact that it does have the porn stars attached to it. So it's not like it's like some stranger.
Well, we've only done once before live, but I think we'll probably be doing it, not all the time, but maybe once a week, something like that.
As long as people not doing it. But
if someone okay, yeah, so there's not necessarily a victim in the scene, but if someone who genuinely is abusive, they're still getting off. So what's your opinion on that then? What's your opinion on non-consensual porn? Do you think that it should be banned? Are you of the mindset that it can?
It's hard.
Kind of. No, but No, but are you of the mindset that it's like a slippery slope? Like you might watch it and then go on to offend, or do you
Right, I
think
get you.
it can be an outlet and it might stop you from offending? Because I don't know. The science seems very split.
I don't want to weigh in because it's a very fucking. Excuse me.
It is a good question. I used to be of the mindset that with that, and also with the topic of, I don't want to say the words. I know we've sworn already on this stream, but I don't want to say the words because of the YouTube
I'll
gods.
say it.
But like the CP, if you're picking up what I'm throwing down, with the non-consensual fantasy and with C. It's kind of like
Innocent as fuck here.
Could you watch something that implies it if that's going to stop you from doing it in real life?
For anyone that's
Like
it's always sunny Philadelphia.
So say for example,
It's the implication.
Wait. So with an adult that looks like she's kind of young, or with a doll.
Right.
Is it? I don't know what I think.
But I think if you think of an adult that way,
60% of me thinks that it's. 70% of me thinks it's fine, because no one's getting harmed.
Here's
but
a
then
question
I do
for you,
wonder.
though.
Wait. Don't interrupt me. But then I reckon 70% of me thinks it's fine. But a little part of me wonders if they watch videos like that, are they going to get desensitized? Who's that?
No, but all of you.
Do you think? At your feet? I don't think so. I think that's all on the man, to be fair. Like that, if the
where is the line?
If the man is paying for a woman to say, you know, oh, ditch your girlfriend, cheat on your wife, you sound like maybe that's happened to you, and I think that's all on you. I'm not gonna lie.
And let's have a look at who they've said. Piper Perry, is it?
Yeah.
I think.
Sorry.
She looks young. Oh, it is young, like.
But do you think then if a guy enjoyed watching that?
But I don't think she looks young enough to be too young.
But I mean,
she looks young, but she looks like 18. Do you get what I mean?
Think?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's borderline, but it's like she does look 18.
No, she's like anorexic though.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That's a grey area. That's a massive grey area, I think, because then you have like 16-year-olds that look 25, and you could say like, oh, got away with. Oh, which footballer was it? It wasn't Michael Owen. It wasn't Owen Hargreaves. Who was it that? Oh no, he used to play football in the Prem with was Sheffield teams. Yeah, I saw that. Was it Rodrigo? No. Let me double check. Here's a question for you. If I can find the right one.
What are you doing?
There was a footballer. Adam Johnson. There we go.
He said it. They both said it.
Oh, I didn't even see. Yeah. But if you see the girl he nonced on, she didn't look.
Alan Johnson nonce.
Ilka. So she doesn't look under 18, does she?
No.
She was 16 and he met her in a club.
No, they said that was his. No.
But he slept with her.
No, because that's a picture of Helen Wood, and that was a picture of his sister.
All right. Let me check the girl he cheated on then. He got arrested anyway. Yeah. Oh no, that's his missus.
Akon.
Oh, good old Akon. He's sorry.
I didn't know that happened.
Oh, that's why he wrote the song Sorry.
Really?
Yeah. I'm sorry for all the hurt I've done. It was like he cheated on a girl in the club. She was like 16, 17. And he was like, I'm sorry for the club. They didn't do anything wrong, but they let a girl in that was 16, 17. That's why the song Sorry came out. Also, thank you for the extra like, whoever it was. Thank you. Yeah, tried to cover up his oral sex story with this. Adam Johnson. See this girl? She was 16. He thought she was 18. She was in a club.
She looks like an adult. If she's in a club also, yeah, you know.
It's not your fault.
You know clubs allow younger people in, but for the most part, you assume people
You would assume, but yeah, he got caught. And thank you for everyone. Adam Johnson, damn right. Yeah, exactly. She looks fucking well old. 18, yeah, exactly. Akon. That's why he wrote the song Sorry. I remember being in school at the time.
You just said that.
I know, but it was such a great moment in my youth anyway.
So should Piper Perry be allowed to do porn?
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, she should be allowed.
She's 25. Why shouldn't she be allowed?
She's an adult.
Yeah.
I think it's a grey area. It depends.
But it's playing into fetish. That's all it is.
That's the thing. But it depends. Is she doing porn in a standard boy-girl scene, or is she doing porn where she pretends to be a kid? And she also looks like a kid.
Right.
This is the grey area, though.
Here's a question. In her porn, is she saying, I know I'm annoyed, but isn't it always more of a case of like, oh, you're just finished school, or oh, you're a cheerleader at the age of 18?
Yeah, but they have to say it to get around the payment processors. It's like when I make videos and I'm like, oh, you're my step brother worshipping my feet. Step brother.
Yeah.
You know, I only put that word in because bloody the bank isn't going to pay me if not. And I have to. I get deleted off the site if I don't. But the point is that you delete that. She doesn't pretend to be a kid, but is she doing the kind of like, oh, I'm a babysitter. Oh, I'm a schoolgirl.
But then you see babysitters in their mid-20s as well.
Yeah, but you know what kind of person is watching that, and you know that they're not looking at her.
It's a technicality they get away with.
Yeah, I know it's a technicality, but what I'm saying is that people looking at that and not thinking, oh, she's in her mid-20s. Yeah. They're trying to imagine that she's 15, 16.
Yeah, true. I get what you mean.
So, should it be allowed? Does it lead to? I think it should be allowed.
Yeah,
I think it should be.
I think it should be because.
But I think with some things like
it's a grey area, but
with the non-consensual stuff, could it force people? Not could it force people, but would they maybe be seeking the next thrill and go on to offend when they wouldn't usually?
Back and grabbing a drink.
Okay. Oh my!
I saw it.
Yeah, it's a weird one. I think I've always been for. I hate the censorship of porn. Honestly, I do. I hate the fact that I'm not allowed to make fetish clips, and it cannot say anything about. I can't even say forced by, because the word force is in it. right? There are so many words that we are not allowed to say. I think even the word control is not allowed. Um, mind brainwash is not allowed. Like there's just so many things are not allowed because of the payment processors. And it's gone far. It's gone way too far. Yeah, stalk. I know it's so weird because then you have age play. So I've forgotten the name of that girl that she's an adult. She's in her mid-20s, an American woman, but her and her friend are in a long-term age play kind of thing, and she's always kind of, with a dummy, wearing a nappy and kiddie clothes, and she always talks in a baby voice, and she sleeps in a cot and stuff like that. And she has, she's on all of these mainstream media channels saying that it's not sexual, but she also no, thank you. But she also has a profile on Clips for Sale. So, you say it's not sexual, but it obviously is sexual. But is that good though? Because if an adult has an urge for that kind of thing, would it prevent them from necessarily acting on that urge? So therefore, is it a good thing? Or would it eventually become too boring for them and they actually, want to seek out the next thrill and a step up?
Oh, you didn't lose any viewers. Well done.
Thanks. Oh, but maybe Socrates, that's just the body type that you like.
But again, she's very petite, isn't she? So is that more kind of to do with, like you said, the body type, or is it the kind of?
It's that fridge.
What?
Since you shut that fridge door, there's a waft of something.
I know,
really
yeah.
Smells off.
It's the cheese.
So you like that very skinny body type?
Yeah.
Well, then
that's fine. Like, it's not like everyone has their type.
Yeah.
I think that's fair to say, isn't it? Like, everyone has their type and body type. It's not like you're looking for, like, if you turn around and start looking for like child or like.
But I think those people are just looking for problems.
Yeah, there's a difference. There's a lot of people that, and I think a lot of people
it's
that
like
aren't
when people
open
say
to,
that a girl that waxes her pubes, if guys like that, then they're into prepubescent girls. Like, no, that's not the case. I think sometimes people are always looking for something.
I think what I'll say from a guy's perspective is that people are always looking for an excuse to make fun of, and as long as it's not meant in a pervy like, oh, she's 15, 14 kind of thing, then it's fine. I think everyone has a set type and body type that they're looking for. If that's the body type you're into, yeah, it is a case of those type of girls do look a bit younger, but you're not looking for young girls. That's just the way they end up looking, if you get what I mean. And I don't mean in like justifying way or anything like that, but they do look a little bit younger in that sense. But it's not like you're looking for girls that are like 16 or anything like that. That's my own opinion on this.
No, I agree.
Yeah. What's everyone else into? Just out of curiosity. When they're having a little look. What you tell?
This is the best bit of this song.
Yeah, I know. I think there's only something weird there if you're looking for something weird.
I think that you think there's something weird when you watch it. I mean, are you thinking of something a bit dark?
Are you thinking something dark, or are you afraid of what people are thinking about you? Yeah, I understand completely. I think it's completely understandable. I think would you agree with people like that you're looking at. There is a conception of you're looking for a certain type.
But he's saying like with the shaved girls, I just think it's a weird one, but society really does shape what people are attracted to. So obviously now for the last God knows how long, it's been completely hairless down there. In the 60s, it was that famous bush.
The bush was everything.
And then in like the 90s, there was the Brazilian, like the landing strip.
The landing strip, yeah.
And it's the same with body types as well. I mean, there used to be the really curvy pinup girl look, like Hourglass.
The Hourglass, yeah.
Then it was really skinny. And now we've got like the Kylie Jenner look where it's like smaller boobs and a flat stomach and massive bum and hips.
Yeah.
And I used to think it was rubbish. I used to think like there's no way that a body type can be fashionable or not. People are attracted to what they're attracted to. But now I think I'm wrong because it's like that is the thing, like massive bums and tiny waists.
Yeah, Socrates, I wouldn't think too much on it. I think it's very much a case of like from the sounds of it. Yeah, it's just one of those things. That's something that specifically, do you know what, that turns you on a little bit more than someone that isn't shaved or isn't as petite.
I think if you were into something else that's bad, then you would know.
Yeah.
I don't think you ever need to worry, oh, because I like really small and skinny girls and because I like shaved girls, does that mean that maybe there's something else that's like, I don't think so. I think that you would know.
The problem is, not the problem as such, but if it was a case of it was a problem, you wouldn't vocalize your concerns because you'd know where you were sitting.
Mm-hmm.
You'd know, do you know what, this isn't great, so I'm going to not say this out loud because you'd be ashamed because you know it's wrong, morally or objectively, whatever way you want to look at it. But no, I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. As you said, it's nothing to worry about. I think that, you know, if anything, the fact you're saying out loud, it proves that it's not something that you need to worry about. So don't worry about it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if it's something that you had to worry about, you would never say it out loud.
But why do I like Piper Perry? I don't know, man, because you think she's hot.
You think she's hot. There's nothing wrong with that.
She's like a pretty blonde girl that's skinny with small tits.
She's very conventionally hot, isn't she?
Yeah, she's a petite girl and you really like petite girls, so why wouldn't you like her?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't say conventionally because she is very, like, flat everywhere.
But you see, that's the new thing at the moment, isn't it? It's like, if you look back about 3 years ago, it was the fake porn set.
In porn, though, it's always been.
In porn, I'd have always said, conventionally, about 3 to 5 years ago, was always the Lisa Ann, big fake tits, like fake to the extreme. Now it's more unconventional. The more unconventional you can be, the more kind of like the tattooed bird, or the kind of like the one with small tits and the good arse. But like these type of things, these are things that like it's almost more.
I don't think her look was conventionally like attractive. Her body.
I didn't look enough, so I don't know.
She was, does it creep you out that you're attracted to her? Because it shouldn't. I don't know why it does.
Does it creep you out the fact you like her, or does it creep you out the more you're more worried about what it means that you like her? If that makes sense. Oh, just like Adam Johnson all over my phone now.
No.
Yeah. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah. Show them what you've just seen. Okay, that, I mean.
Oh, so that's the kind of things that she's in. She looks like more.
That's every fucking like meme. Now that I recognize now what you mean, yeah. Yeah, so oh god.
Like this kind of thing, do you like? Yeah, she looks very much like a child there.
Homie has a question for you.
Yes, so first of all, there is absolutely a book that you should read, and I'm going to type it in the chat right now. You absolutely have to read this book. It changed my
Perception.
not changed my life, but it made such an impression on me. The book is called Perv, and it's by Jesse Bering. I don't know if his last name is spelled like that or with an A, but that is the book. It is absolutely fantastic. His main theory, based on the studies that he's looked at, is fetishes are for the most part formed in childhood. For example, if you have a foot fetish, maybe when you were a baby, you were lying on the floor and your mummy used to walk around in high heels, or she used to tickle your chest with her foot like that. You grew up with that. Me personally, I have a huge thing for doctors. Anything medical, love it. My first memories, I mean, when I was 2, I was in hospital for a long, long time. I was very sick for like 12 months. And my first memory is being held down on a bed by a doctor and a million nurses and having a lumbar puncture in my spine. What do you know? I have a doctor fetish. I do think that
you can call me Dr. Ethan.
Our fetishes are very much shaped by our childhood.
But it's been proven that they are as well.
100%, yeah. I think that a lot of men that are into the whole sissy thing, as in being forced to dress as a girl and being laughed at by a bitchy kind of girl, that's maybe you were bullied in high school by the popular girls. Maybe they used to all laugh at you for not being so masculine. Maybe
Daddy
they used
issues,
to,
the whole
they used to gang up on you. So therefore, you get a sissification thing. I firmly believe that fetishes are rooted in childhood. 100%, 100%. And that book genuinely is amazing because he is a gay man, and it was years ago that I read it. And he talks about being a gay man, and he talks about how he even talks about pedophilia and how he says that it's a sexuality, and he talks about fetish and kink and the percentages of how many women are submissive versus how many men are. And he also says he talks about a plasticity in fetish. So he says that men, for example, men tend to have 1 or 2 main fetishes or kinks, and they zone in on that thing. And that thing, maybe they can't even come if they don't think about that thing, right?
Yeah.
So if you have a foot fetish, you have to have that foot fetish, right? That's
your thing.
Yeah, the stimuli that you need is it.
Be it seeing it or feeling it, or it's to do with the feet.
It's one topic.
Yeah.
Whereas women don't tend to have fetishes as much in that sense. We're a lot more elastic in the sense that when tested, we respond sexually, we get wetter to a larger variety. When I finish,
first time,
we get wetter to a much broader variety of stimuli, but we get less turned on by all of it, if that makes sense. So a man would get super turned on to whatever his fetish is, whereas a woman would get kind of wet to a lot of things, but without zoning in as much.
Well, what I was going to say was but again, for guys, although there's a lot more that would kind of get us going as such, there's nothing wrong with that. It's a case that I think the most important thing, and I think we said this earlier on, and I know I've had a few of these, so I'll probably repeat myself, but it's very much to do with that honesty within that intimacy. I think once you're honest with that partner as well, you can go to that level, and it's about building to that level. with guys, I think it's almost to an extreme where guys almost feel a lot more subconscious because, oh, okay, this is what actually gets me off, or that's what gets me off. For girls, like you said, it's not as much on that extent. So guys almost feel, am I pushing the boundaries as such? Don't I don't want to say don't be afraid,
Yeah,
but
don't be afraid, but it is just different. It's like you might only
don't
be
be
able to get
afraid,
off
but
with high
don't be
heels,
a
whereas
dick.
it's like
Yeah.
I might be able to get off less than you with high heels, but I'll be able to get off a little bit with that and a little bit with a
Yeah.
lot more things. Like girls are more kind of.
And I think that
But a lot of girls, society tells us that we can't be as open.
Yeah.
But
I think
science has shown that we are a lot
I
broader.
know it's a fucking nightmare to say, guys, and I know it's like that very vanilla thing, but I live by a simple code, and it served me quite well, to be honest. Don't be a dick, and it goes quite well. I think as long as you're honest with you, yourself, and your partner, you will do quite well. I think.
Excuse me, what?
Kitty goes away. Watch how viewers go up by double now when she's gone. But as long as you're honest with yourself and like honest with your partner, I think it's very much it's fair game. Again, Kitty's gone now again for like 2 or 3 minutes. So if you have any questions for me again, I've no problem answering them. Yeah, I'm glad you find this stuff interesting, guys. Honestly, like we do this, this is the second time we've ever done anything like this. So again, a little bit pissed. Happy days. But if you have any questions, feel free. We're honestly like open books, and we want to help you guys. I know from my state of things, I mean, look, realistically, you look at me and Kitty, like a lot of things, a lot of people are like, oh God, well, how did you land a girl like that? Just don't be a dick. Be honest, be funny. And I mean, funny, it doesn't have to be like, haha, everyone's laughing out loud. I'm glad you find it interesting, Socrates, because you know what? We decided, like I said to Kitty earlier on, I'm a little bored. Do you know what? We had a lot of fun there 2 weeks ago when we did it. Shall we do it again? And she was like, I don't know. I don't know if people enjoyed it as much. You guys, I thought you enjoyed it. I think, yeah, like you said, Socrates, we're too honest in a lot of things. I am, and my parents used to say, like, I'm not clever enough to lie. We honestly just like we want to be able to help as much as we can, and I think times at the moment as they are, it's lockdown now, all that. It's a funny time. We've had a lot of friends that have had like relationships built in lockdown, a lot of relationships fall apart. We've seen it all. So, excuse me, but honestly, happy to help. Appreciate that, homie. And like I said, if it's something that you guys want us to continue doing, just let us know, and we honestly will. If we're willing to do it, I mean, like I work on the weekends, so I work like Saturday, Sunday, and a few days during the week. But Kitty said like she's fairly open to if we arrange a set day if you want that, and we'll arrange to make sure we're on it. You guys will make sure you're on it. We'll have the usual chats, and yeah, honestly, like you guys are class. I think it's fair to say you're honestly sound. So I'm happy to be as honest with you guys as you want. So honestly, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm happy to answer anything 100% to the level where I've nothing to hide. There's no point in hiding anything. So just let me know, and I'm happy to answer things. And even if it's a case you want to kind of say like things to me discreetly, just say it on the message, and like I'll answer you myself. Or you want to say it out loud, honestly, happy to do it. I mean, is anyone, and I know it's a bit of a touchy one at the moment, especially with lockdown. I mean, we're in the UK, so I know how things are, but I don't know how things are elsewhere. Are any of you in relationships in lockdown at the moment? How are you combating that? How are you finding it? Let me know. And again, any questions, just mark them there. I'm happy to answer. And plus, if we can get more viewers, right, or more viewers or likes while Kitty's away, that is going to do me great because I can just play it against her. So anyone that hasn't liked, like it now, please, very quickly while she's gone, just so I can turn around and say, "Why are you gone?" Yes, whoever liked that, fair play. Thank you. Socrates, I know what you mean. It's one of those where it is quite tough. I'll be honest. I'm someone that's come from the complete opposite side of things. I've never seen this side of things until I met Kitty, and it's quite intimidating. It's quite like it's quite tough. But like when you get used to it, you understand things. I know that everyone suffers from everyone has different kind of fetishes, everyone has different beliefs and everything. But honestly, we're so open to everything, like, and I genuinely, honestly, guys, from the bottom of my heart, like, if you have any questions, I'm like an open book. So
Really, you haven't said that before.
you can fuck off. We got another like. Since you've left, we got another like. So last time you left, we got double viewers. This time we've got another like, and everyone's like well in there. So
it's a book. Maybe you can download it on a Kindle. It will be cheap for sure. I'm just going back to read all of it. Excuse me.
Guys, I should probably just set up my own channel and let you all know, because as we've seen, last time Kitty left, we got double viewers. Since Kitty's left this time, we got more likes again. So as soon as Kitty goes, the like come. So do you know what? I'll set up my own channel next time. No, but honestly, guys, as I said,
if you've got any questions, oh my god! Oh my god!
Do you know what?
Drink for every time Ethan wants questions. Oh, classic.
Classic.
Just poured his drink all over me.
And me.
Oh, don't fucking dare. You are disgusting. And before you give me shit, it's not domestic violence. Well, I mean, it is. You just deserved it. Anyway, shall we go? It's been 3 hours.
We shall. It's been an absolute pleasure as always, guys.
Sexuality is very complicated. I agree.
Don't even. Yeah.
I have been enjoying this conversation very much. So,
shall we say if we do
truth
this?
Truth be told, I'm a little bit tipsy, and
I've already told them I'm drunk. So, they've wanted to take advantage of an Irishman drunk, but we all know what they're like. And behave yourselves. We've all seen what you're like tonight. Anyone who hasn't liked it, you better like the video.
No worries, Stark.
Stark.
But yeah, we should do this more often for sure.
To be fair, we've seen a few repeat guys, and I think Homie, Socrates, Martin, and Stork. Guys, we're back in a week or two again. We'll
not even in a few days, I reckon.
Yeah, if you want.
In the next few days,
we'll hit you up. We'll hit you up in Colombia. Socrates, if you're paying, we'll come straight over. But yeah, honestly, guys, if you really want a few more videos, let us know. We'll see what we can do. We'll give us some topics you want us to go into, and yeah, honestly, man, pick our brains.
Good, Martin.
We want that. Like, I've actually really enjoyed myself. I don't know about you, but
for sure. And I think what we both want is more kind of
receptive comments like
that,
this,
and more like sexuality questions, BDSM questions, fetish, dating, relationships. All of that stuff is what I absolutely love to talk about, and I never get to because my normal kind of job is all about travel, and his job is about sales. So I really, really, really love to talk about all of this kind of stuff. So And I think it will be really interesting, right? Because he was in a relationship for 7 years, engaged, lived with her. I've been this hoe that's also a dominatrix. You know, we have very different
lives. Such different backgrounds.
Lifestyles.
So she's been like the single girl for the last 6 years, 7 years. Yeah. And I've been the guy that's been in a long-term relationship for years. I got engaged. Yeah, no, fucking shit now. But honestly, guys, it's we've come from such different backgrounds. We've got so many different opinions on things. We honestly and it's fair to say we like to, as I said, and it comes back to that intelligence things. We like to stimulate each other's minds so much with debate. I know. I like sneeze, snort at the same time there. But honestly, guys, if you've any questions, honestly, send them our way. We'll answer them. If you've any topics you want us to do a video about.
Okay, shut up. Jesus Christ.
I've had a few drinks, so I'll talk.
Oh my God. I love you, but Jesus Christ alive.
Thanks, Barton.
He's the bane of my life.
She loves it.
I like him a lot.
Come here.
Come here.
Come here.
Come here.
Come here. You want it.
Come here.
Yes.
Come to Russia, baby.
Come to Russia. You love
Come
it.
to Russia.
You love the mother of Russia.
Come to Putin. Come to Russia.
Okay,
guys. Good night.
Sure.
Thank you for hanging out with us the whole time.